Bizzle, Matthew Draco, Hoddle, Tetra, Dominic, Chris is in the building. How we doing this morning? It's 12:30, not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty bad, but it could be worse. That's what I meant to say. Could be better, could be worse. Could always be worse, that's for sure. Craig Coates is in the chat. Crypto Panic app, good news source. I don't follow the news. Maybe I should for content, but I just don't. Maybe I should move the mic away from my face. That should be good. DC Burst has 93K entry. You bought in at 93K? Man. You might have bought the top, man. Looks like you got some sellers. I said last night or yesterday, if it's a bear market, we should get one more move down. Like, not a move to a new low, but just another move down. I feel like we moved up too fast. Yeah, that's fucked, bro. You gotta stay safe, man. I know we don't want to believe it's a bear market, but you're seeing bear market activity. Early stream today? Not really. It's 12:30. I mean, I usually stream between 12 and 2. What's up, Ian? Welcome to the middle of the live stream. I'm thinking about ordering Taco Bell from the app. Isn't it more expensive from the app? Yeah, I'll be honest. Hold on. Oh, I left it in my car. That might not matter though. Hold on. Let me see something. Dark, I feel mercy into me. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. Actually, it's not gonna work. I was gonna... Oh, that sucks. I wanted to do, maybe make a video now, but I guess I can't. I got 2 bottles of Prime. Yeah, got cans of Prime. I never tried it, but I bought a tripod, but I left it in the car, so can't really do anything. If I had it with me, I would be able to, but unfortunately, I left it in the car, so that sucks. Can I? Think I could do it right here? Maybe. Maybe I should just go get it. Stop being a bitch. Hold on a second. I'm about to do a review on camera, man. Let me stop being a wuss. Okay. Although this may... Mm, could probably just do it now, yeah? Should I do a review now? Good evening, everyone. Should I? Good evening, everyone. I feel like I got a little tripod now from my Hello, everyone. Should I do it live on stream? That's a little bit of pressure. Why is this not working? Hello, everyone. How many viewers we got? 70? What's up, Subway? Welcome to the middle of the live stream. My beard is ginger. Someone told me that in the past. It just looks like that because the camera, for some reason, the camera lighting does it, but it's not. Trust me. My mustache is brown, like I just ate someone's shit, but the beard is dark. It's just I have a I have a filter on. So this is the real color. I'm not supposed to share this with you, but this is the natural color of the camera. I make it look good. You guys didn't know that. Look at this dude. See that shit? Everything you see on the internet is fake. Okay? So sit down, shut your fat mouth, know your role, and enjoy the ride the rock's about to take you on. 76 lambs. What's up, Subway? How you doing, man? Chris says driving to Nebraska to buy a boat. Best time of the year. God bless, man. You did good, dude. Good for you. Should I do a review on stream, you think? Think I could bump this up a hair, make it a little bit brighter? Yeah, that's good. I got a little bit of pressure on me now. Just a little bit. Should I? Should I review some Prime? Yeah. Maybe I should before more people show up. Let's do it. Good afternoon to you beautiful people out there in YouTube world. Alright, let's do it. Good afternoon to you beautiful people out there in YouTube world. We got a bit of a different environment similar to the last one, just for the shorts. I'm trying Prime. We tried Prime Hydration, now I'm trying Prime Energy. I've heard nothing but bad reviews for Prime, but I'm going in unbiased. I do like Logan Paul, but I know that's a controversial statement. I don't know what it did in the past. I only know the current Logan Paul. But let's see, we got strawberry watermelon naturally flavored, blue raspberry naturally flavored. These are your ingredients, like so, if you want to read that, or not ingredients, but like your nutrition facts. All right, let's do blue raspberry first. I think shorts are now allowed to be 3 minutes. So let's see. See how she tastes. Looks like Red Bull. Just a disclaimer. Oh my God, it smells awful. I am not an energy drink consumer. So it looks like it's white. It's not blue. Oh, it doesn't smell bad actually. All right, we're going in. I mean, it's not bad. It's actually not bad at all. There's only $1.25 for this. 12 fluid ounces. That's pretty good. I got it from the dollar store. We'll go 6.5 out of 10 for the price. Just because nowadays drinks are a lot cheaper than they used to be. I mean, listen, I'm not an energy drink person, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be tasting. It's not bad. It's got 10 calories, obviously. We'll go 10 out of 10 for calories. But again, nowadays drinks have no calories. Taste for blue raspberry. I'll go 6.5 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad at all. Again, I'm not an energy drink person. Obviously, it's not going to taste like juice or soda. But for what an energy drink is supposed to taste like, it's pretty weak. It's not that strong, that I will say. For example, the Prime Hydration is much stronger. This is this is strawberry lemonade. Again, energy drink. Smells pretty good. Oh, this is good. It just tastes like exactly what it says. Strawberry lemonade, but it's weak. It's not as strong as you would expect. I'll go 6.5 for both. They're not bad products. I'm not an energy drink person. I did want to try it out of curiosity. For $1.25, not bad. We'll go 6.5 out of 10 overall. And that is a Prime Energy review. Pretty good, right? Yo, I'm pretty good at that shit, huh? If only I was handsome. Yo, not bad. If you guys want to try Prime Energy, 6.5 out of 10. I would get it again, but I'm probably not going to because I don't drink energy drinks. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. You will now start to feel your bones quickly disintegrate. That was pretty good, right? Oh. Midstream drink review. That's how you know it's bearish. Stop knocking yourself. It's just a joke, brother. I have 3 kids, man. No, I don't. I'm just kidding. Be careful with energy drinks. Yeah, I don't drink energy drinks. Well, I drink diet soda, but it's very gassy. Oh man, very gassy. Tell us how your stomach feels in 30. I will let you know. But not bad, not a bad product. I mean, listen, for $1.25, I don't know how expensive energy drinks are nowadays. Like a Red Bull, I don't know. But I would drink these. I would drink these. 6.5 out of 10. It's not like it's good, but it's not like I prefer very sweet drinks, and this isn't that sweet, but it's there. The ingredients are, oh, it's coconut water. Wow. Sodium citrate, caffeine, sucralose, potassium sorbate, sodium benzenate. It's not bad. Not bad. I mean, it's very gassy. I keep burping. I'm not doing it on purpose. I just have to. It's like inflating me with air. I mean, it's nothing to ride home about. Maybe if it was ice cold and you were thirsty. Not sponsored by Prime. And that is another food review. If you buy in bulk, it's not that expensive. Yeah, I mean, it's only $1.25. Very filling. Nah, I'm not kidding you. I feel like I just drank a lot, which I guess 24 ounces is a lot. My stomach feels full, like bucket of water. Did you just drink 2 energy drink cans? Bro, why you guys acting like I'm drinking like cocaine or something? It's just soda, carbonated water. Does it say how much caffeine is in here? 200 milligrams of caffeine. How much caffeine is in soda? Oh shit, this is caffeine free. How many grams are in soda? It doesn't say. Kevin Durant Prime. Yeah, the soda doesn't say how many grams of caffeine. 200 ain't much. I drink 500 a day. 2 to 3 cups of coffee. Yeah, that's not bad. I drink a bottle of diet soda a day. Well, not anymore, but I used to. It doesn't say how much caffeine is in here. Yeah, it says caffeine is in here, but it doesn't say how much. I'll be fine. Went to the dentist, had a repair filling come out, and he said, we need to save the tooth. You need a root canal and a crown. Just pulled the tooth out, bro. Didn't you say you're like in your 40s? Fuck it. You got your use out of your teeth. You just need the front teeth and the back teeth to chew. Everything else is rubbish. Cost $200. You can send me the other 1,000. I'll hold it for you. How about this? You send me the 1,000, and we'll pretend you bought Jasmy. And if the price of Jasmy goes up in a year, I'll send you the money back plus whatever it would have been. And if the price of Jasmy goes down by the end of the year, I get to keep the money. Did you catch APU at the bottom? Nah, I called that shit to the T. I said it would go into the threes and then bounce. I'm done with altcoins. The reality is they suck. All right, they go down forever. They never go up. There's a 3-month window to make money on altcoins, and I was just explaining it, or I wasn't explaining it to Lord Narwhal, but if you join the Discord, I'm posting a bunch of rubbish. The reality is the best time to have altcoins is when we're overbought. We haven't been overbought since March of 2024. Just like in 2021, after we were overbought in April, everything was bullshit. This chart is so bearish, bro. Like, this is telling me it's a bear market. You can just see it. You can see it's bearish. But I'm posting a lot of good shit, man. Look, we're right here, I think. That's what I think. I think we bounce, everyone buys back in, and then we roll over for the not the bottom, but we're going to get a big crash, I think. That's what it looks like, chat. Look at the similarities. You bounced off the blue moving average, spiked up to the green, and the RSI was oversold. That's exactly where we are right now. Look. And the RSI is in the same spot. See? It's doing the same exact thing, man. So we should bounce until like February and then crash. And I think that could happen because coins like Doge have been falling for over a year now. Just like back here. Like Doge started falling way earlier. And the really interesting thing that I made in the video this morning is Doge topped out with MicroStrategy. I didn't realize. I mean, I obviously realized that, but Doge is doing the same exact thing too. Because in 2021, Dogecoin made an uptrend like this, as did MicroStrategy. And then when MicroStrategy broke the uptrend, Doge broke the uptrend. Which means one thing. If we're looking for MicroStrategy to crash, we're looking for Doge to crash. And when the indicators are all doing the same exact thing, it's all the evidence I need. So now the question is, will we get the rally? I think we will. I think we will. Yeah, it's not bad. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher. Good evening, everyone. Today we have Prime Energy. Should I upload that to YouTube right now? Maybe I should. Why not? Hello, everyone. Psst. Psst. In case you guys didn't know, we posted a video today. Indian Kitchen is back. Hopefully it doesn't get delisted. What is inside of a Taco Bell? It's pretty nice. I haven't been in one in a long time. You know, this review's not bad. Review's not bad, man. Everyone, all right, I'm listening to myself speak here. I'm not interested. Have you found a missus yet? No, I'm probably never gonna find a missus, Subway. Once you get past a certain age, you understand that marriage is probably out of the picture. If you're talking about, well, maybe you're just referring to a girlfriend. I don't actually talk about much just because I know there's some weirdos in the chat. So we'll just say I'll be single forever. My man. That's the one thing I always worried about. Like, whenever I go on Instagram, I never followed people just because there's people in the background, like lurking. But I don't even care anymore. But no, I'm single right now. I've been single for a while. Just sold my boba network for a small loss. Yeah, it's gonna be bad, man. But yeah, there's no marriage for Mr. Vision Pulsed. What do I want to do here? Private. Visibility, what's today? We'll upload this tomorrow. We'll upload this tomorrow. Let's do it. Prime Energy drink review. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. No description? That's odd. All right. I would really like to get my food channel monetized. That would be nice, man. That's not worth, it's not worth the inevitable pain and sadness. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a marriage counselor, but like, you don't want to be alone your whole life. You could not be married and still have a partner. I just assumed when you said misses, like a marriage, because that's what a misses is. But I guess I overthought it. But yeah, if you get to my age, I mean, listen, I'm not the I'm not like David B where I'm handsome, but I'm not ugly. So if I'm gonna get married, listen, I'm gonna tell you guys this, and my friend tells me this all the time. I accepted it, and this is as real as it gets. In order for me to get married, I have to fall in love. And maybe I'm too superficial, but if I am not infatuated, I can't feel that love infatuation. And unfortunately, I'm not the most handsome guy, so the kind of girls that I get infatuated by, I'm not really going to get too lucky often if and I can't fall in love with someone that I'm not infatuated by. Doesn't mean I can't hang out with them, doesn't mean I can't be with them, right? You can have a relationship and not be in love. Unfortunately, that's usually for people that are your age, Subway. When you get to my age, well, in this generation, people do that shit till they're 40. That's why the birth rate is dropping. That's why marriage is dropping. It is what it is. The data says it. Not that it's right, but you can't argue data. So for me, at my age, doesn't mean you have to be married, but most people are probably with their partners. And if they're not, doesn't mean they won't be, but the odds shrink the older you get. And especially if you're not the most attractive man or woman. It's the same for both genders. Now, I'm not knocking myself. Some people think, like Crypto Meow thinks I'm knocking myself. I'm not. I'm just being realistic. You know? The reality is, someone like me, who's average, if I'm going to fall in love, I need to feel that infatuation. And the kind of girls that give me that, they don't feel the same way about me. And the girls that feel that way about me, I don't feel anything. So then you enter this area of, are you just going to get married just to get married? I think that's one of the worst decisions you could ever make. I think if you're truly in love, marriage is a beautiful thing. But even then, there's a 50% divorce rate. So it's like, even if you're madly in love and you can't be separated, there's still a 50% chance. So for someone like me, at my age, it's not looking good. But that doesn't mean I'm going to have a bad life. You can have a great life, still be, I don't know if you could say be in love, but whatever you call it nowadays, where you're not in love, but you still love the person. So, like you have, that's what it is. You have love for someone, but you don't love them. I was just saying that to myself. I was thinking about someone and I was like, I wish I could tell them that I will always have love for them, but I will never love them, like be in love with them. And Subway, you're still young, right? You're like 21. So you still have that sparkle in your eye. Once you get to like 27, yeah, you just get fucking crushed. Oh, Subway's the fucking man. Dude, I hope Subway lives a good life, bro. This guy, oh yeah, I just turned 22. Bro, you remind me of myself, man. Subway's a good kid, man. He really is. He still has that sparkle in his eye. Just get rich and you'll be fine. Yo, listen, dude, I'm not complaining. I'm not like what's the word I'm looking for? Self-conscious, maybe? It doesn't bother me to say that I have been I told you guys last November, I'm like, oh, I'm probably not going to be dating for a long time. Because I knew this shit was going to happen. I knew last November that my life was about to death spiral. And now I'm hoping the spiral is done. And, you know, I might not have the most money, but the girls don't really care, man. There's this stupid facade. Oh, you need money. You know what you need money for when you're trying to talk to a girl that's probably not going to love you anyway. All right. There was a girl that I really liked and she didn't like me. And then I had a little bit of money and I was like, oh, if you ever want to go for a drive or whatever, just talking bullshit. And she was like, oh, maybe I will, you know? But she never liked me. We went out once. I liked her a lot. She didn't like me. It is what it is. I'm never going to see her again. There's other girls that like me when I had nothing. So for the youngins in the chat that say you need money to get the girls that you don't that aren't gonna like you. But there's nothing wrong with that. You can live a fun life like that. Everyone has a different goal. Some people want marriage with kids, man. I think, well, when I was younger, I used to think that that was the number one thing to go after a family. I think you should have, well, not you, but me. I think the end goal would be to have a family, but like I said, I'm looking at the odds, I'm looking at the data, not data in general, I'm looking at my data, and I'm like, I can't see myself, because in my opinion, once you have a kid with someone, like, that's it. That's your partner forever, you know? I know that's not the case anymore in 2025. You can have kids with everyone, but for me, once I have a kid, it is my responsibility to take care of the child and the mother, both of them. And I can't do that unless I'm madly in love, which I don't see it happening. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna be like sad and lonely and whatever this shit is. And listen, maybe it happens. Maybe I do fall in love. But it doesn't make me like self-conscious, like, oh no, I don't have a girlfriend right now. Like, who gives a shit? You know? I don't think you should be alone forever, but this past year, I knew I was going to be alone. And every time I tried to go out, I'm just like, dude, I don't even want to go. And that's unhealthy. It is very unhealthy. But part of it comes from still caring about someone and you look for the next person, you look for them and the next person and it doesn't happen. But now I'm finally at the point where I'm like, all right, this whole chapter's done. The dream is dead. Time to go enjoy life. You know, listen, I lost 40 pounds, chat. That shit makes a big difference. Like, if you go from being fit to fat, that will kill your everything. So, 2026 could be a good year, I think. I hope. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to jinx it, but hopefully it is, right? Maybe it's not. I don't know. But, you know, I took the year off. I rearranged my life. Well, unfortunately, a lot of it was for the worse, but if you really think about it, if your life is in shambles, that means the best is in front of you. When you're on top, the best could still be in front of you, but most of the time, you know, people get very cocky and comfortable and they end up falling off the rock, which is what always happens to me. So, excuse me. So now at my age, I really can't I can't afford to keep falling off the rock. Like, this is pretty much the last time I could fall off the rock because I'm too old now. I'm still able, like, if we, you know, play this right, we can fix everything, but like I can't fall off the rock anymore. It's just I'm too old. I'll never be rich, but you don't have to be rich to have a good life. Because my best year of my life, I had nothing. I had like $1,500. And I just smile thinking about it. Because it was just a good year. 2024 was my second favorite year. That was when I had all the money, but what are you gonna do? You know, I can't go back in time. This year was the worst year of my life. There's no question. It was almost 2018, but I would never want to come back to 2025. Every single thing about it was fucking terrible. But that's how life is, man. You have bad years, you have good years. At some point, you have to have the worst year of your life. Like it's mathematically impossible to not have the worst year of your life. You also will have the best year of your life. I don't think the best year of my life has happened yet. I think I look back at my age, how old I am now, and I look back over the years, and I never really reached the potential that I wanted to. You know, like I said, I always talk about my weight. Right now, I'm 192 pounds. I'm still fat. Like my body fat needs to be down like 5%. So I need to lose 10 pounds again. I've been the correct body weight for less than like 5% of my life, which means 95% of my life I've been unhappy with how I look and how I behave and how I perform, which is just no way to live. Some people don't care about their weight, and that's great. You don't have to. Fuck it. If you're happy, you're happy. But I knew this year was going to be bad. I know the exact moment. So 2026 be a good year, I think. I'm practicing my Spanish. David B knows what's up. I finally downloaded WhatsApp. They made me download WhatsApp because that's what everyone who speaks no one who doesn't speak English. Everyone uses WhatsApp. So now I have a WhatsApp. Hola, bonita chica. Necesito besos, por favor. Necesito practicar mi español. Yo soy Papi Guapo. That's my name, Papi Guapo. Yo soy Papi Guapo. That's a good one, man. Well, it's gonna be a good year, man. Yo soy Papi Guapo. We got some super chats. Oh shit. Hold on. But I'm in good spirits, man. I made peace with everything. All right. Yeah, David B called me a gringo, and now I get called gringo. I was never called that before. I thought that was a derogatory term. But listen, man, life happens. I've been through hell. 2024 was my first taste of what life could be like. Obviously, I threw it all away. But I threw it all away because the foundation of my life was not strong. And now, this year and next year, I want to make sure the foundation is strong. So when I get my money back and I get everything back, it doesn't fall apart. And like I said, the reality is, chat, you guys understand that if it's a bear market, we're already 3 months in, right? And you know why everyone fucked up in 2023? Because we got hit with holy shit, you know? That's the worst thing in life, is getting hit with holy shit, what's going on? So if we get this figured out, get your life in order, the money will come back at some point. All right? In 2018, I had nothing. Then I had everything. Then I had nothing. Then I had everything. Now I have nothing. At some point, I'll get it all back. But I don't want to give it back anymore because I'm too old now. But my weight's the same way. I'm 180 pounds. I'm fucking 205 pounds. I'm 180 pounds. I'm 230 pounds. Holy shit. Next time I'm going to be 280. Nah, I'm never going back. Dude, imagine I'm 280. What's going on, guys? Dogecoin savant here. Nah, 280 is too heavy. I'd actually have a heart attack. But you know what? Listen, life happens to people, different pace, different time. That's the beautiful thing about life, man. You know, some people have a great life. Some people die immediately. I say that all the time. Some people get spawn killed. You know, some people can't see, some people can't walk. I told you about the guy that drives a wheelchair. When I go for my walk, he has like a dog pulling the wheelchair around. Bro, you don't think that guy looks at me and says at least he gets to walk around? Of course he does. So, you know, am I happy with my life? I wish it would have turned out differently, but I have to be grateful that I was given a chance, you know? That's what makes me, like, when I get emotional about my life and makes me want to cry, it's because it shouldn't be this way. Because I made it how I wanted it, but I threw it all away. And I keep saying that, but that's the truth. So I can't blame the world. You know, I say, oh, God doesn't, you know, God this, God that. Like I literally had it all. I didn't have it all like that, but from where I was and I said where do I want to be, I was there. I was still fat, but that was the only thing I needed to change. And now I have to start all over again. But I'm still grateful because at least I get to start over again. Like I have an opportunity to get back to where I was. Now, my regret in life, this is my biggest regret in life, is always having to say that. It's like I feel like I'm just chasing. I have to get back to where I was. I have to get back to where I was. Whether it's the money, whether it's a girl, whether it's fucking being fat, it's always get back to where I was. That's my biggest regret. I always wish I could just fix something instead of making progress. That's my real regret. So I am where I am. I'm starting to get older now. I can see it in my face. You guys can't see because I'm far away, but I got wrinkles in my face now. I got a white mustache in my hair, or a white hair in my mustache. I'm getting older. I wasted a lot of time. I did. And I know when I'm older, I'm going to regret it. But at least I'll look back and say, yo, I gave that shit my all. Because some people never try. And at least I tried. And it's not like, bro, like we know how to make money. Like I know I'm an idiot and we're all idiots and wojacks. But bro, you know how much money has come in and out of our possession? We just can't keep it. So it's like just one time, just keep it. Just grab it. That's it. And we can do it. Bro, John Doe, me, and Nan Nguyen, we all had like nothing and we all ran up the tab. And you know what they say? A fool and his money are soon parted. And that's why most of the people in the chat say they lost this much money because we're fools. Like, I know I don't want to insult people. I'm an idiot too. We're fools. If we knew how to manage money, we wouldn't have lost it. So now we know, bro, if you got a couple 100,000, fucking take 100,000 out. Because we have this stupid ass mentality, well, I have to be all in so we can get $1 billion, but it's never going to happen. And I finally accepted it. It's never going to happen. That doesn't mean we're going to be broke forever. You're just never going to get a 50x. So, I try and look at this year. I don't know why the fuck I'm going on a rant. I guess Subway asked me something and now I'm just venting. But this is my therapy session for the year. I mean, that's just life. That's life, man. That's the life I chose. I can't complain. I had every opportunity to have everything and I threw it all away. Some people don't even get the chance. So that's where I'm at, chat. I think 2026 could be a good year, personally. I do. I gotta lose like 10 more pounds, right? Yeah. No, I gotta lose like 15. I can't believe how fat I still am. It's really annoying. And it's really annoying when people say that, oh, look at me, I'm fat. But like, I'm still chubby. It's ridiculous. Oh, but I discovered something. So I've been working out for like, I guess 10 years now. And when I say that, I mean, I go to the gym once a week and then never go back. But I've been doing the same workouts with the rope. Did you guys know that if you put your back to the rope and pull it over your head, that's the best tricep workout? I started watching YouTube videos, best workouts, and I tried it yesterday and it is 10 out of 10. The guy put it in S tier. You take the rope, right? The machine is behind you. You put it over your head and you pull it forward like this. And man, that's the move now. I'm getting rid of the extensions. So yeah, I didn't mean to go on a rant, but that's my speech for the little chat. That's my speech for the chat. I see some super chats flying in. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. We got Romario. Wait, what? We got 25. Yes, someone might have sent a super chat and I might have missed it, but Romario for 5 says you have 100 USD. You have 100 USD per day to DCA for 3 years. Would you do it on Doge or stack cash to buy bottoms and any other stock crypto? Just your opinion. I appreciate the 5. Well, I do have to be self-aware and I do have to preface this. I can't give out financial advice just because obviously I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm also poor, right? So you don't want to take any type of hints from a poor person. But what you could do, you know what you should do actually? That's not true. Go talk to a poor person and ask them why they're poor. That is information you could take from them. So for me, why do I always lose money? I always lose money because I always think I'm going to miss the next 100x. So whenever I have money, I gamble it on some bullshit because I want to get the next 50x. So now that I see that, like, why do I lose all of my money? Because all I do is buy in for old season. The shit never, it comes once a cycle for like 2 months. So I don't believe in DCA. To answer your question, me personally, I don't believe in DCA. I mean, why would you buy Bitcoin at 90,000 if it's going to go down to 50,000? You know? And maybe DCA does work, but you can't DCA Bitcoin when it's at 100,000. Like, okay, let's just say it goes up one more time, 150, and then it goes down. Like, you're still underwater. There's no strategy where buying Bitcoin at 93,000 is good. It's a good idea, in my opinion. At some point, it will go below 95,000. So if you're DCAing, I would say even if it goes up, you still wait. Then it comes down. If I were going to DCA, I wouldn't touch Bitcoin until it goes to 50,000. Then I would start DCAing. But obviously something like the S&P 500, DCA could work because it just goes up and to the right. But even the S&P 500, like me personally, I'm thinking about starting like a fake 401k, kind of like a savings account, but money I can't touch. And even like, I'm not going to start DCAing when the RSI is on the ceiling. I'm going to wait for it to come back to oversold because it always does. So, I mean, look, it's overbought right now. I'm not buying this, especially if you start going to the large ass time frames. Bro, I'm not buying that. Even if it goes higher, at some point it's going to roll over because it always does. And then you can start your DCA, you know? But as far as crypto, there's no such thing as DCA, in my opinion. I mean, Doge, especially Dogecoin. There's no DCA for Dogecoin, man. The problem with Dogecoin is you can assume you could DCA because it made a low in 2022, but in 2019, it made a new low in 2020. So I think the problem with DCAing in altcoins is you don't know if they're going to go back up. That's the number one problem. Like, I think the only altcoins I would DCA into would probably be Solana, Ethereum, and maybe XRP. Not up here, not at $2, no way. Because whether we like it or not, XRP has gone up every market cycle. I mean, bro, this thing was a 15x. Even if you didn't buy the bottom and you got in early, it was a 7x. If I would have got a 7x from here, I would have been very happy. So XRP is legit. Even though, again, I mean, dude, it does a 5x every time, man. The data's the data. But this is a trade. Like, if you don't sell and you just hold, you're never going to make any money because it just does nothing. But it's a good trade. It's a 5x every time. So I think when XRP comes down to 50 cents, that's probably where I would start DCAing. But outside of XRP, Solana, and Ethereum, and Bitcoin, maybe BNB, but BNB is a scam coin. I can't even buy it. I don't believe in DCA. So hopefully that answers your question. But no, I don't believe in DCAing personally. Now, that could be why I'm poor, but I'm trying to use the data to show that DCA doesn't work unless you're using Bitcoin, because even Ethereum, right? If you didn't sell your Ethereum at 4,500, you're pretty much underwater, Or if you bought here, yeah, you're up 2x. That's pretty good. You might as well just buy the S&P. You're also up 2x. So it's like, why the fuck would I buy Ethereum if I could just buy the S&P 500 and never be poor again? And especially if Ethereum goes back to $1,500, it's like SPY's never coming back down here. Never. Mark my words, you will never see this price again. Now, unless you get 2008. But like, that's a 50% crash. Ethereum's about to do a 50% crash. So why would I buy Ethereum? So yeah, I have a lot to learn about money. I'm still learning. Obviously, I wouldn't be poor if I still didn't have a lot to learn, but yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't believe in DCA unless it's SPY or Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has to be below the 200 week or around the I think DCAing Bitcoin around the 200 week moving average is what I would personally do. But I don't think Bitcoin's worth it anymore because the returns are shrinking. So it's like, why would I buy it? But I appreciate the 5. We got Solo TV for 10. Says, I appreciate the raw honesty. My mother always told me there is no such thing as an ugly millionaire. You are a stud. You just short. Keep growing. The goatee out. I appreciate the 10. I'm just short. Yeah, I think I'm 5'6", right? Fucking A. 5'6", poor and bald. I got no shot, dude. I appreciate the 10, man. And now I drink Prime for a living. Yeah. Yo, that Prime was not bad. I could feel the addiction. I'll go 6.5 out of 10. I could definitely get addicted to this, dude. It's like just sweet enough to get you going, but it's not enough to get you really going. But I appreciate the 10, man. I appreciate the 10. Helps out a lot. Crypto Meowisist for 5 says, there is still a chance for you and Bethany. Just go to the wedding and say you object. Let her know you messed up and you'll come to Disney next time. I appreciate the 5. Yeah, I don't even know if Bethany likes me, man. Bethany might not like short, bald guys. You know? Especially Bethany's probably in her 30s. They're the most picky. No, I'm just kidding. That's funny. I'm just kidding. I'm sure Bethany's a lovely woman, but they call me Tony DiCaprio, so 30's too old. No, I'm just kidding, bro. I'm genuinely just kidding. But yeah, 26 and under. No, yeah, that's so bad. I appreciate the 5. Solo TV for 5. Why is everyone sending me super chats asking for women, dude? I guess it's because of what I said before. Solo TV for 5 says, who cares? I'm 40. Women come and go, but your legacy is forever. I got one. I told to download Coinbase, and she has no clue how to use it. I appreciate the 5, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, listen, everything comes and goes, but money's the number one thing that comes and goes. But like I said before, if you can find that woman in your life, you hold on to her and you don't let her go, which most people do. But once you get to a certain age, you know, it's kind of like you got to face reality. That doesn't mean you can't have a good life. Doesn't mean you can't fall in love. Doesn't mean you can't have a partner. But the fantasy happy ever after for some people looks different than what it looks like for other people. So you got to find what it is for you. And whatever it is, chase after it. You know? Beautifully said. From Mr. Who's a Fancy Shakespeare. Beautifully said, Shakespeare. I appreciate the 5. Wojak for 5. Says nothing. I appreciate the 5. Hopefully I didn't miss. Yeah, this guy didn't say anything. I appreciate the 5, man. That's awesome. All right, we're all caught up on the super chats. We only got 158 viewers, so it appears to me that the views are now starting to decline, which was expected. So I do expect YouTube to start to take a hit over the next couple months. So I just need to get to March. If I can get to March without losing any more money, it should be fine. A little bit of an off stream today, but you know what? That happens. How you guys doing? Today's a stream for the boys and the 3 ladies in the chat. Maybe there's like 2 ladies in the chat now. Shout out to the 2 ladies in the chat. Virgin Galactic, that shit's done, man. Virgin Galactic's the kind of stock you want to buy when Bitcoin goes back to the all-time high. Not now. Beebs in the chat says, I've been with the same woman for 30 years. God bless, brother. God bless your soul. Yeah, that 1980s, 1990s love story was amazing. Now it's you say one thing, swipe, next. Like that show, next. Next. Beeves. I already read that. What if you keep her and then she leaves you? It happens, man. You gotta just live your life and what am I trying? How do I tie this into a quote? Listen, not everyone gets that dream. Just like that guy said, Will Smith. That's why it's called the pursuit of happiness. Okay? If happiness was guaranteed, then nobody would want it. Because everyone would have it. What did he say? Nobody would want it because everyone would have it and would have no value linked to it. Alright. So stop chasing happiness. Just try and be at peace. Try and be healthy, and your happiness will probably follow. But I can tell you one thing. Whatever the fuck I just went through, I don't want to go through ever again. Like this, like, dude, I actually woke up one day this year from a dream and I thought I was dying. Like it was, and I'm actually in a worse position now. But, dude, that was the worst I've ever felt in my life, man. I actually thought I was dying. So, hopefully, the spiral has come to a conclusion. Please check the chart, bro. Yeah, I already know what it looks like. It looks like a fucking shitcoin on Solana. Death. Death do us part. I'd be looking for a stock split on this pretty shortly. Oh, they had one in July. You got a nice little bottom here. It looks good. Then it's gonna go down again. Then they do a stock split. And then they run it back. Excuse me. That was nasty. Only 150 viewers. Wow. The big Valvoski. The big Valvoski, baby. The big Valvoski. One lady in the chat listening to all the men talk. Yeah, we apologize for the what's the word? Who knows? But I do gotta show some love to the ladies because women are very important to a man's well-being. That I can say. But listen, everyone's got a different path in life. Just try your best. It's all you can do. And that I can say. If you gave it your best and you still fell short, you could be upset, but you just know you gave it your best. I think the hardest part is walking away from something knowing you didn't try. And that's what kills me, is I never reached my full potential even though I should have. Which there's still time, but now I'm getting over the hill. So it's kind of like, all right, it's time to try something new. Oscar is at 1K. I don't know what that means. Oscar Robertson. Now I need to make a lemonade stand. You could get my job for the lemonade stand. Last night I dreamt to knock the guy out and then I felt bad, bearish. I actually had a dream last night that I bought a stock and I made $2,000. But I'm not buying any stocks, so it's a fake dream. Fake news. I got 150 shares. I want more before it goes back to 1,000. Yeah, so this gentleman is gambling. So we have another gambler in the chat. That's one thing I'm done. I'm done gambling. I am. So this gentleman is gambling on space. He's at 150 shares, which is around $700. And he thinks it's going back to $1,000. So right off the bat, this gentleman's making a critical error. Thank you for sharing. So because I am not an expert, but I am very intelligent. No, I'm just kidding. This gentleman believes the stock is going all the way back up for 300x. But chat, since this is a class, can someone in the class point out one particular sign that this gentleman is overlooking? I'm gonna give the class 30 seconds to type the answer in the chat. Someone point out to our classmate here why this is not a correct chart. Do 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 do. Can anyone in the class tell this young man why this is not a correct chart? Michael, you got a gold star, the golden noodle of the class. Correct, chat. We had a stock split. So normally when a stock has a split or a reverse split, which is probably what this was, because usually a stock split is good. Stock splits are good, chat. That means the price is so high that they want to split the stock price to attract the newbies, like Amazon. The plebs that spawned in during the Doge boom, they didn't know that Amazon used to trade at $2,000 a share, or maybe it was $1,500 a share. I don't remember exactly because I'm a Doge boom myself. But you can see that this orange dot did a 20-to-1 split. So what I just said is correct. I think Amazon did trade for $2,000 a share. But the lammies see $200 and they're like, oh man, Amazon's going to go to 1,000 like Bitcoin. But Amazon was already at 2,000. That's why stock splits are good for good companies and reverse splits are bad. And Space had a reverse stock split. I don't know why it says split. It should say reverse stock split. Whereas the opposite. The price went down so much that they had to issue more shares. Or less shares. I don't even know, but you get the idea. I think if you had 1,000 shares, they give you back less shares. So they're reducing the share size? Maybe? Yeah, I think so. So I hate to burst your bubble, chat, but there's a 0% chance this goes to $1,000. But I wish you the best. Like, I get it. The gambler's mentality. I trust me, I lived my whole life that way, and that's why I never made it. But I will say that it gave me a chance to make it. And when you're poor, the gambler's mentality sometimes is the only way out. If you think like that. I'm accepting that it's not the only way out. That's why I need to let it go. You could make it out if you gamble. I almost had it, but the gambler's mentality didn't let me escape. It said, I need more. I need more. That's the problem, is knowing when to walk away, and I just didn't walk away. Now I'm forced to play. I must keep playing. Son of a bitch. This guy said token unlocks. Ma Ninja. The Russell might save us. Yeah, again, for the class. So again, class, the Russell's making a new high, but it took too long. The Russell's making a new high, but again, there's a 50% chance it makes a new all-time high without Bitcoin going up. All right, so we had the Russell narrative, but it took too long to complete. That's the issue. Because now the Russell is bullish and we're still not pumping. That happened in 2014. It happened in 2018. You know what's really fucking scary? It's happening in the same exact spot as where these indicators are. Dude, we might actually go down. I really think we're going down in February. Yo, I really think we're going down in February, dude. But unfortunately, the Russell 2000 took too long to break out. So now we're not doing anything. But thank you for sharing with the class. I wonder if emerging markets is still pumping. That would be interesting. Yeah, it's hanging in there. It's interesting. Dogelon's approved in the CFTC website. Dogelon Mars to the moon. When that shit goes back up, you gotta come in here and rub it in our faces. So if it goes back to $50, that's the all-time high. Thank you for the knowledge, chat. I think that's the first time someone has ever said that. Thanks for the knowledge. Knowledge. Man, we didn't even... Yo, we only got 150 viewers today. Holy crap. It's gonna get bad, man. Look at the views on my YouTube channel. I got 484 views, man. Dude, bear market's in full swing, man. I really hope I can get some money somehow. $150 viewers. I like QQQI over QQQ because of monthly dividends. Yeah, but I looked at the dividend stocks and you're actually making less money. If you just buy the regular QQQ, you make more money. Like if you bought the exact bottom from this to here, it's up 35% plus a 10% dividend. So what does that mean? You're up 40%? If you bought the exact bottom here, you're up 60%. I mean, dude, this makes me sick. Yo, the NASDAQ is up 150% from September of 2022. I mean, yo, the S&P, like, stocks are dude, stocks are legit. I was brainwashed into thinking stocks are only for boomers, which is what the brain rot people say. But I mean, dude, over the next bull run, you're gonna have a lot of money. That's why we got to be on the lookout for some stocks. I think Facebook could be a play. Oh, look, Facebook is lagging. Chat, in 2025, when the S&P did a V recovery, Facebook followed it. It's not following it this time. Do you know the last time that happened was in 2022? Get fucked. Nah, I'm telling you, it's coming, bro. Man, I remember this. I swear I remember this. And we were like, holy shit, it just went right back up. Holy shit. Dude, look at this, dude. This thing literally teleported back to the high with no pullback. Like when I say no pullback, every single day you just made money. Man. What's going to be the next narrative? Quantum physics? Yeah, so if Facebook falls by 50% from here, that would put it at 750 billion. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, chat. You buying Facebook at 750 billion? What if it goes to like 3 trillion next time? Then they're gonna do a stock split. Yeah, Facebook hasn't had a stock split before. Dude, I'm telling you, I think Facebook is the play. Facebook is one of the only major tech companies that never had a stock split. Oh, Microsoft as well. Yeah, but Microsoft's at 3.5 trillion. I'm not buying that shit. Yeah, I'm a stock guy now. Fuck this shit. What's another one? What was it, Fang? How's Netflix doing? Holy shit. Oh, they just had a stock split. Netflix did a 7x? Dude, what the fudge, man? Netflix did a 7x and we're damn it. SpongeBob. Oh no, it did a stock split. That's not right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Netflix is bearish, dude. Are we sure we're in a bull market if Netflix is going down? Yo, are we buying Netflix, chat? It's only 400 billion. Dude, I gotta make a fucking shopping list. I'm done with this shit. And I gotta change my foul language too. It's so bad. I'm gonna try and be a Netflix whale. No, I'm just kidding. I don't even have any money. I'm just talking, just trying to be entertaining. Yo, I think Facebook and Meta. And what's the other one? Apple? No, Apple sucks. Apple is for the rich man. I heard they're not releasing iPhones anymore. Yeah, see, if you bought Apple, I guess you're still up. I guess you're still up 100%. Yeah, I think Netflix, Meta World Peace. Oh, AMD. AMD could be risky, but AMD could be a big winner. I think AMD's big run is going to be next market cycle. 350 billion market cap. Yeah, be on the lookout for AMD, man. Oh, AMD never went through a bear market either. Yeah, I think if we get a bear market, AMD rolls over and then goes like this. Don't the gamers use AMD? I've always been an Intel guy, but yeah, Intel sucks too. Intel's been in a bear market for 4 years. Wait, is Meta making their own chips? We're gonna have to have a stock analysis. I think I'm gonna get into Facebook, man. I think Facebook is my pick. I really do, man. The Zucks. Zucks. Tesla sucks too. Yeah, Tesla sucks, man. All it does is go sideways. Why would I buy Tesla? Unless I buy the exact bottom. But what's the point? I think Facebook is my pick. Facebook is so undervalued. It's only at... Oh no, it's at 1.5 trillion. 7 trillion. But if it goes down 50%... We got Chris for 10. I appreciate the 10, man. It helps out a lot in times of despair like today. Can you look at some indicators and fibs on silver medium term? I appreciate the 10. Yeah, I'm gonna just say that I am not a precious metals guy. I don't know. My chart says the top for silver should be in April. I think we talked about this a couple of days ago. Bitcoin versus silver is in a nasty bear market, which means two things. Either Bitcoin is about to go into a bull market or silver is about to top. Yeah, no, I made this chart just for you. Look, if you put Bitcoin versus silver, the bear market's usually 400 days. Right now, 415 days is March. I think silver tops in the spring because there's no way Bitcoin's going up. But this would just indicate that Bitcoin would go down less than silver. But if silver goes down by 40%, this would go up by 40%, which would indicate the bear market is over. But that doesn't mean the top is in for silver, yeah? But this is my prediction, which I think we had this drawn already. I mean, it could go higher than $65, but I'm not going to pretend to be a know-it-all because I'm not. But I especially don't know about silver. But again, same thing. You know, I mean, would you tell your kids to invest in silver when the RSI is off the screen? This is the highest it's been since 2021, sorry, 2011 and 2006. Now you can see that it was still bullish for another 2 years, but you still had a big correction right here of 40%. So I'm not going to pretend to be a know-it-all, especially for silver. I think it is bullish because you did break a 10, 15-year bear market. So I'm not going to say that silver is going to enter a bear market when you just exited a bear market. Kind of looks like Bitcoin from 2017. So at some point it has to have a correction. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean that it's a macro top. It just means it's a correction. because this was technically a correction, and this lasted for freaking 4 years. It took to break this high. So it is extremely overbought, but when that correction comes, if it's not that bad, you could still be bullish. Like right here is a perfect example. The RSI is actually in the same exact spot. You had a really big correction, but the bull run continued. So the bull run probably just started for silver, especially for all the moon boys in the back of the bus that are saying QE is coming. Gold and silver are probably signaling that QE is coming, and that's why they're rallying. And they're also rallying because of inflation. They're probably foreshadowing inflation is on the horizon, which it probably is because rate cuts are coming. I think copper is also going to be another indicator, which copper is rallying now. Yeah, we're barbecue chicken, man. Inflation's going to come back with a vengeance. Revenge is like a ghost. Takes over every man it touches. But I'm not going to pretend to be a know-it-all for silver, you know? I don't know. I actually don't know anything about silver. But there's no question that it is overbought. Would I FOMO into silver now? No, because I sold my silver at 40 bucks. But the indicators are definitely overbought. Yeah, nah, it's probably going to be bullish until the spring, honestly. Yeah, nah, it's legit. It's a legitimate bull run. Even even the 12-month stock RSI. Oh my God, this could be a legit bull run. Look, the 12-month stock RSI has been bearish, or it turned bullish in January of 2018. Yeah, no, this could be a legit bull run, like for a while. Look, when the 12-month stock RSI hits overbought, that's how you know you got to get out. But dude, that's gonna be in like 3 years. Oh no, we get another candle next month. Yeah, no, this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to come back to silver in a month. But it's a legit bull run. It could go. So when I said the top in the spring, I just meant like a short-term pullback top. Because that's what it looks like. If you look at silver and compare it to Bitcoin, it's too bullish. You know? Like silver is outperforming. Yeah, I mean you could just see it here. Well, that's because Bitcoin's bouncing, but if Bitcoin bounces in the spring and then silver tops, that's where this chart will roll over. But that's what I would say, man. I'm not going to pretend to be an analyst for silver because I don't know like, I'm not an analyst at all. I can't even analyze my own life. But silver has just broken out of a 10-year bear market. And if people are predicting QE, the market probably knows, and that's why silver and gold could run. Now, the indicators are definitely overbought. What if we go to the smaller time frame? Yeah, I mean the 2 week RSI is overbought too. So you'll probably get one more good rally again, probably into the spring, and then you'll get a correction. That's what I would get. If I had to guess, it's probably bullish until the spring, and then this will finally roll over in the spring. And this is exactly why I think that's true too, because we already talked about this. Every time silver capitulates to the bottom, Bitcoin follows it down. You know, look at this dude. Silver capitulated in the spring of last bear market, Bitcoin went down. Silver capitulated in the summer of 2018, Bitcoin went sideways and then down. Silver, oh, look at this. Look at this dude. Silver capitulated in 2014 and Bitcoin went down. So I think silver's probably bullish until the spring. And when it rolls over, that's when Bitcoin rolls over. So if you're holding silver, you're probably in a good spot. Not financial advice, but that's what I would say. And then listen, maybe for the Moon Boys in the back of the bus, maybe Bitcoin goes up and makes a new all-time high. You're betting against history if you're looking for that, but never say never unless you're Moon Boys, right? But I do have a really bearish chart that I'd like to share with you, but I appreciate the 10 from Mr. Chris keeping the lights on. Mr. Chris keeping the lights on. Vegas Claw, what happens if quantum computers crack Bitcoin? I appreciate the 2. Yeah, I saw something about that a long, long time ago. I actually never looked into that. I have no idea what that even means, honestly. I saw something about that a long time ago, but I have no idea. But I would like to know, but I do appreciate it too. If you want to join the stock research team, if you can inform us on what that actually is, quantum computers, because I heard about that a couple months ago, and I would be interested to know if Meta could develop some type of computer chip. Because if Meta could be a computer chip manufacturer, they could be a big winner next time. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I appreciate the 2. We got Ryan Cohen for 279 says, you think we are in a bear market even with SPY at all-time high. I appreciate the 280, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to convince you guys that it's a bear market or a bull market. I'm just showing you the data. And again, I will continue to say this. 50% of the time, the S&P 500 remains in a bull market even when Bitcoin is bearish. It happened in 2014. It happened in 2018. And that's all the data we have for Bitcoin. You know? So like if you guys are bullish, I'm not telling you not to be. Maybe it is. But I'm not looking at the S&P to dictate where the market cycle is. Because if you put Bitcoin on the chart and you look at where it is with the moving averages and then you overlay SPY, you can see that it's still bearish. Sorry, not still bearish. You can see that, look, right? If we go to the 1 week time frame, you can see in 2018, Bitcoin broke through the green moving average right here, and the S&P was very bullish. In 2014, Bitcoin broke through the green moving average here. The S&P had a correction, and then it was very bullish. So I can't come on here telling you the S&P is in a bull market, so Bitcoin has to be, when 50% of the bear markets for Bitcoin occurred in a bull market for the S&P 500. But what I will say is this, if it is truly a Bitcoin bear market, then when the bottom gets put in for Bitcoin, the S&P will come down to this red moving average, which is why if the S&P does not roll over in 2026, you're going to see the mother of all crashes whenever that happens, because it always happens forever and ever. So you see here, this red moving average, that was when Bitcoin went down to 3,000. You see this red moving average was actually when Bitcoin already bottomed. But again, you had your correction when Bitcoin basically bottomed and started the bull run. Same thing in 2011. So when Bitcoin bottoms, the S&P will come back to the 200-week moving average. What it looks like, I don't know. You know, do we have a little, like something like this? Maybe. Maybe that's when the money printing comes. A lot of people are arguing that the money printing is coming next year. I don't know the economics. I don't know the economics, but if Powell leaves in May, maybe they start QE in June. Could that mean the bottom is in July, August for the S&P? Absolutely. Very possible. Because the S&P bottomed in October and Bitcoin bottomed in November. But at some point, the S&P has to come back down here. If it is a bear market. Obviously, if Bitcoin's going to go to the moon, then so be it. We'll find out together. But I just wanted to preface that. Vision is transparent with us. He never lied. We know he lost his money. Yeah, no, that guy's been coming in here every day for 2 years. But he does it to every YouTuber. He like has 1,000 accounts. He trolls every single YouTuber. I thought I was special at one point, and I thought he only trolled me, but he trolls everyone. So, but that's his life. Like his life is dedicated to trolling people. So, you know, you can imagine the lack of presence of other genders, but it is what it is, you know. You gotta just take it for what it is as a YouTuber. There's trolls. That's their life's work. I do give him credit that he is dedicated to his craft of trolling me and other people. And I sometimes he comes in here with his other accounts and I laugh because it's other YouTubers. He trolls me. He probably trolls me, gets banned, and then goes to another live stream. And sometimes he comes in here with the wrong account and he has other YouTubers' names that he trolls, and that's where I think it's not funny, but like he came in with the wrong account. But that's what he does. He's been saying the same thing for the last 2 years. He tries to make fun of me because I'm poor. We know I'm poor, or I wouldn't be here. But you know, it doesn't bother me. It's a part of being on YouTube. You're gonna have trolls. He's actually the only troll I have, though, which I can't complain. Only one person trolling me. That's pretty good. Must be his day off. Well, people like that probably don't work. You know, he lives in a foreign country, so the cost of living, probably where he's from, is probably affordable. I would imagine he made some money off of crypto, so that's just what he does. I mean, that's what crypto is, but it is what it is. It's a part of YouTube. I have to be lucky that I only got one troll instead of 100. The last pure play in quantum computing is IONQ. Yeah, I don't know what quantum computing is, though. It's okay to be poor. I'm poor too. Yeah, I mean, listen, it's not okay to be poor. Yeah, it is okay to be poor. It's not okay to remain poor. You know, you should try your best to get out of the situation, which is what I'm trying to do. But unfortunately, I can't do anything right now because there's nothing happening. You know, like people are saying short. Well, what are you supposed to short? You know, unless you're using very high leverage and you're trading on the hourly candles, we've been the same price for a month now, almost. Right? November 15th, we were 94,000. Now we're 92,000. That's why we're waiting to see here. Are we forming what we always form, which is the bottom before the bottom? That's what this would be considered, the bottom before the bottom. Right? You hit this blue moving average, you bounce, and then you go down to form the bottom. So if we're the same price, oh, I got a really bearish chart, chat. You want to see a really bearish chart? Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Hold on. Look at this. Look at this dude. So listen, this is why if you're a moon boy, maybe you're right and maybe we go to the moon, but you need to watch this chart, man. When this white moving average crosses below the red, we go straight down. Happens every time. Okay? And this is where we are now. So if we don't make a new high, probably by here, I think your fate is sealed. So that's why for the moon boys, you're looking for a new all-time high soon. And this is another nice little chart. Whenever I get too much hopium, I like to put myself in bear camp. Doesn't this chart look bullish? This is pretty much what we have right now. Is it not? They're almost the same chart. Like legit. It's just this one has two candles. But you can see you made a lower high. The first hill is lower than the second one, and then the bottom is in. And it looks like it's going to blast off. And that's what we have right now. We just don't have the second candle yet. But these two charts look exactly the same. And then this is the outcome. So if we don't make a new all-time high by January or February, I think we go straight down. But I think you should always try your best to not be poor, you know, and if you can't figure it out, I haven't figured it out, you know. One day I'll figure it out, but just not now, unfortunately. About to get stoned and go for a walk. I don't know how Bitcoin will get back to 93K. Yeah, man, you FOMO'd in at 93K. I told you, and I'm not directing this at you. I'm the king of getting chopped up. I'm the king of getting chopped up. But this is the peanut gallery. The peanut gallery is where everyone gets chopped up. So when Aloe says every 5 minutes, why don't you just short? Those people are getting chopped up. This is the chop zone. All right. As our friend in the chat is showing you, he bought the top and maybe it's not the top. Remember the guy in the chat? Remember the guy in the chat, Yudi? He said, should he cover his short? And I told him there's a good chance we go down, but at some point we're going to go up. We actually did go down again. I think I said, I'm almost positive I told him there's a chance you can close your short and profit, but then I do think at some point we're going higher. So I don't know if he closed his short or not. He probably didn't because he's greedy like the rest of us. But yeah, this is called the chop zone. So I'd rather just watch than get chopped up. Because losing money, not losing money is a trade. If the data says 9 out of 10 traders lose, and I'm part of the 9 out of 10, why would I trade if I could just watch it and do nothing? I'm saving money. Living better, Walmart. But I refuse to get chopped up, man. I can't do it. I already got chopped up too much, so I'm done. My plan now is to try and find where are we? Because if I can find out where we are, then maybe I can make a decision. And the moving averages are great indicators for where we could be. And right now, if we remove this green moving average, we can see the white has just crossed below the blue. And the last time that happened was right here. So the white moving average crossed below the blue. We had a relief rally, and then the white moving average crossed below the red. That was 2022. In 2018, the white moving average crossed below the blue. We just went down, and then we had a relief rally, and then the white crossed below the red. In 2020, whatever year this is, the white crossed below the blue. We had a relief rally, and then the white crossed below the red much later. So there's a very, 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 very high chance that the white crossed below the blue. We're getting some type of relief rally. And at some point in the not too distant future, if Bitcoin does not make a new all-time high, then the white moving average will cross below the red. I'm seeing signs it could be in January. I hope it's not. I feel like going down in January is too fast. Then where's the bottom? In March? That doesn't make any sense. Unless we get a monster relief rally in the summertime and then we go down to the bottom. That would be tragic. That would be tragic if we did that. That's why I would really like to see us... What I would like to see as a permabear is one more flash crash to get everyone short, and then we get the relief rally, and then we start to roll over. Because right now, everyone is saying relief rally. So if we went down again and made a higher low, that would chop up a lot of people. Like our friend here who just bought in at 93,000. Like, if we went down to 80,000 again, there's a good chance people will probably get out and then we will go up again. And I'm speaking from experience. That's what I would do. If I just bought in here, I'd probably say, all right, I'm holding it until we break 83. Then I would sell it. We would go down to 83, get me out, and then bounce. And then everyone would FOMO back in at 106 because it's bullish. But that's the 618 retracement. You just don't see it because it's imaginary. Oh my God, it was perfect. And then we go down. So I'd rather just watch. I'd rather watch, get my life together, and prepare for 2026 than participate in this fucking shenanigans. Sometimes I need to close my eyes and short. I mean, listen, man, I'm a regular guy. I'm not a trader. This shit's not as easy as the chat makes it seem, you know? When you're a moon boy, it's very hard to short. It is. Litecoin is quantum resistant. Quantum computing to break Bitcoin is way out of its possible. Nothing a small soft fork can't cure. Do they even still do that? Do they even still like work on the blockchain? I feel like that was like an old term. Working on the blockchain. If people want to be poor, don't expect people to take of you. That's the real problem. What do you mean? People don't take of you. Russia just banned Snapchat. Yeah, Snapchat. Do people even use Snapchat? I heard that they're charging a subscription service now to store your shit. I remember one time when I worked at the supermarket, there was a guy in the deli that was like trying to be sexual with the girl that cut fruit. And there was no way to prove it because the messages were gone and they didn't believe her. But I did. But they weren't actually, I mean, they were like 15 years older than me. So, but that is guy behavior. Especially when you see the kind of guy he was. You could just tell. He just looks like that kind of guy. There's a huge development team for Bitcoin. There's actually a small fork proposal. I don't know. Forks are bearish, man. Remember when they forked Bitcoin Cash? Whatever I miss those days. I miss the days where Bitcoin was... I miss the days when crypto was crypto. Now it's just gambling. I gotta make some really big changes to my thought process. I honestly think we're going to eliminate Dex Screener. I really do. I think I'm going to rebrand my channel. At least for the... And when the bull market comes back, maybe we'll do something, but... Remember BSV? It never recovered. I'm surprised Bitcoin Cash didn't rug yet. Maybe it goes up. Bitcoin Cash is the original fork, right? I mean, technically, unless you bought the top, we got to give Bitcoin Cash some credit. It hasn't moved, but it hasn't gone down. I mean, it has in the bear market, but look at the other coins from the same era. EOS is my favorite one to point out. It just keeps going down. EOS came out at the same time as Bitcoin Cash. Dash too. Dash just had a nice recovery recently, but look at how low it is. So Bitcoin Cash ain't... could be a good pick in the next run. Small fork is just an upgrade. Gotcha. Let me see some peaches, baby. Let me see some peaches. That's a good one. I think we're being played and a lot of people will get wrecked by selling early at a loss. Yeah, I mean, listen, it sounds like you're just going to hold regardless. So I just want to say a couple things. Maybe you're right. I only ask that you have a plan in place in case you're wrong. Because in the past, I always said I don't need a backup plan because I'm not going to be wrong. And then I was wrong and I lost everything. I know you said your Jasmy was 400,000 and now it's 70,000. I do think at some point it will be 40,000. And 70,000 is a lot more than 40,000. I just ask that you don't let yourself go to zero. Because right now, you still have a lot of money. 70,000 is a lot of money. So you still have that hopium. You're going to feel it once it goes to 50,000. I'm telling you from experience. Like once you get down to 50,000, your heart's going to start pounding like, holy fuck. And then once it goes to 40,000, you're going to start having those really bad sensations in your heart, especially because you're telling us about your story, about your real life. And then once it goes to 30,000, it's player eliminated. So 70,000 is still a lot of money. I just ask that at some point you just cut it. Maybe you're right and it does rally, but I want you to have a plan in place in case it doesn't. Because I know you don't think it. I'm not attacking you. I'm speaking from your point of view because I share the same point of view. It just doesn't feel bearish because it's just not bearish. But from like if you take it off of log, you'll see how fucked it is. Like this is bad, man. Like this looks like a Solana scam coin that topped a long time ago. And it's easy to see it in hindsight, but it's not hindsight anymore. Like this has nowhere to go but to zero. So I think if you want to play the bounce, it's up to you. There's no guarantees that Jasmy even bounces. But yeah, I mean, it looks like we're rolling over already. So the relief rally's over now. So it's, now everyone's going to come in here saying, you were wrong. You said we had a relief rally. Even though it says it's a bear market. You can't win on YouTube. But I really think personally, if it is a bear market, we're going to roll over one more time, which we might. I just really hope we don't roll over now, because that would be bad. I'm not prepared for that. Like, I'm really not prepared for us to go down. I would be upset. I need us to go like this, make another higher low, and then go up. Because then we're cooking. But I hope we don't go down now, man. That would be bad. I lost 380K, but still got 400K all cash. It's a lot of money, bro. If I had 400K, I wouldn't even look at crypto. I'd come back in October. Because, like, I get it. That's why I lost so much money, because I had a lot of money and then I lost it. And then I'm like, well, I just want to get my money back. And then you get this thought process of, well, I already lost so much money, so it doesn't matter. But it does. Because even if you had 400K and you went down to 50K, yeah, you're down 350K, but everything is going down. So it's like, if you just do nothing and you take the 50K and you buy 1,000 Solana at $50, you can't buy 1,000 Solana right now, but you can in 6 months. It's because we need that instant gratification, which is why I always lose. Gary Vee said, close your eyes until you're 29. I wish I would have listened to him when I was young. But $50,000 on Solana at $50 is 1,000 Solana. Maybe even 2,000 Solana. Then they do QE and Solana goes to $500. That's $1 million right there. 50K is a lot of money, man. So I just ask the people in the chat that I know you might think it's still a bull market. Like you guys know me, I'm always bullish. And that's why people are saying, oh, he's always bullish, so now it's bearish. Oh, he's turning bearish at the bottom. Like, brother, every single bull market indicator that has always been bullish has flipped bearish. And 100% of the time, when they flip bearish, it's a bear market. It is what it is. And like, again, it would be one thing if the prices of the coins were going up. They're all going straight down. It smells like a bear market. It feels like a bear market. It looks like a bear market. And maybe it's a bear market. So, and then on top of that, the biggest thing too is, like we said yesterday, in every bear market, 150 days from the high, Ethereum goes straight down. Like, you don't even get a chance. It's like in Minecraft. If you ever play Minecraft and you start mining on the floor, and then one of those times you just mine through the block and then it's lava underneath, that's what you're doing right now. You're staring at the floor with a pickaxe, just mining the floor underneath you. Which Minecraft 101, you're never supposed to do that. But obviously, if you're a noob, that's what you do. And I haven't played Minecraft in like years. But that's what I used to do. I used to mine the floor. But that's what happens. Right now, people are mining the floor. But once you get 150 days from Bitcoin's top, the floor falls out and it just goes straight down into the lava. So that's why I think if you don't make a new all-time high by February, you're just going to go into the lava. And unfortunately, that's not even 3 months from now. So you have 3 months to make a new all-time high. Now, everyone and their mother, including myself and my mother, are calling for a relief rally. So I think what would catch everyone off guard is if there was no relief rally and it just went fucking down. Then everyone loses. Maybe that happens. I'd be upset if it did, but it wouldn't surprise me because I don't think anyone is calling for this. I think almost everyone is saying relief rally, then down, or new all-time high. I think this is the most unpredicted outcome, which is if it happens, I would be very sad. I would. Because it would break all the indicators. But something that we're going to continue to monitor is the Gaussian channel. This prints in 2 days. If this turns red, I think the crash is going to be in January, not February. Because it turned red last time in February and we went down in March. So if this turns red in in December, we might go down in January, which is very odd. But I also see that the momentum is shifting much earlier. And it happens every market cycle. And that's why I was looking at the Cutler RSI this morning. And like, dude, this red moving average is super bearish. It just took a shit. You took a shit on the back of the bus. It's still crashing. So it says we're still bearish. It's been crashing since March. But this red indicator is king for when to exit altcoins. It said to exit altcoins in April of 2021. It said to exit altcoins in December of 2017. And it said to exit in April of 2024. Which that wasn't the top for a lot of coins, but it was the top for many coins. Or, sorry, it was the top for many coins. Some coins made new highs, but very few. And it's just made another low. So this red indicator crashing tells me that the blue indicator will follow. And every time the blue indicator has followed, it was a bear market. But the thing is, when it comes down here, this is pretty much the bottom. And the thing that's nice about this indicator is it actually bottoms after Bitcoin bottoms. So when it curls up, we'll know the bottom is in. Right? It curled up in December. It curled up in February. When this indicator curls up, it's after the bottom. So we'll know. Did it happen in 2015? Yeah. Oh, wow, yeah. So we're bearish right now. There's no question. The question is, will we get a relief rally or will we just go straight down? The weekly says we should bounce. Because every time, whether it's a bull market or not, the blue moving average comes into this purple box, we bounce. But if it's a dinky ass bounce, then it's bearish. But you can even see in 2022, you had the same dinky ass bounce in February of 2022. So that could be where we are. Yo, we're going down again. Damn it. Yo, why are we going down, man? We better not go down right away. That's going to ruin my whole plan. Nah, there's no way. I told you yesterday, we need to go down one more time. We have to. No, I'm just kidding. But we might. If we go down one more time, then you know it's fucked. Then you're out of time. Crash is going to be in January and February. Yeah, there's a little, what do they call it? There's a little whisper in my ear that says the crash is in January, but I don't want to believe it. You know why I think that? Because of MicroStrategy. It just doesn't make sense for the crash to be in January, because then where's the bottom? In March? The bear market's supposed to last until October. How are we going to crash in January? The only way that would happen is if the bear market is going to change all the dynamics and it's just going to crash forever. That's why I hope we bounce, you know? We should bounce here. But like, you know what the best thing would be? If we just sit here and do nothing until the end of January. And then we go up. And yeah, nah, I like this. I like what I'm seeing. I just hope we don't go down and break the low. I hope we go something like this, man. Because then you know, like, you know it's bearish. You know it's bearish. Be back tomorrow with a vengeance. No more overnight trading. You got liquidated. Oh my God, you're trading with leverage. I hear you, man. I lost so much money with leverage. It's doing the Bart Simpson. Yo, this reminds me of 2022 for sure. It was doing the Bart Simpson. Yeah, we might. Look. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Nah, I told David B yesterday. Yeah, I'm pretty nice, right? If I don't put the Moon Boy goggles on. That's my Achilles heel, the Moon Boy goggles. If I take them off, I can see it. No, I'm just kidding. I can see clearly now, the rain has gone. If we can get one more crash, but not break the low, then we'll go up. Come back in 2028, fools. This guy commented on my Instagram post saying that my forehead shines bright across the country. Crash in spring, summer rally, October crash. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Now we're getting some viewers in the chat. Are we going to break 200? Yo, surely we're not going down from here, right? Yo, this is gonna work, man. I knew it, dude. I fucking knew it, man. We're probably doing this because there's too many people saying relief rally, myself included. But it doesn't, like, whether or not we get the relief rally is irrelevant. The later the relief rally happens, the more bearish it is. That's why I would really, really love for us to do nothing in December, go up in January, top in February, and then crash March, April, May, and enjoy the summer. Because listen, chat, you got to make it to February. You got to make it to March. If you can make it to March and not lose any money, it's easy. We go down, enjoy the summer, bull run starts Halloween. And we're and then a year from now, we're bullish again. And we have 3 years to say, all right, well, what are we doing, chat? What are we buying? I need to max ween. I'm just kidding. I need to max ween. SPY just fell off a table. That's why we dropped. Yeah, there's always a reason why we dropped. Not even 20 minutes ago, we were saying the Russell's at the high. Now we're saying SPY dropped. I'm tired of being grateful for going sideways. We never go up, just down. Yo, David B, I'm gonna give you some advice, man. Even though you're elderly. No, I'm just kidding. I'm right behind you. I'm probably gonna die before you, dude. I probably will die before you, honestly. My family's genetics are absolutely terrible. But just leave, dude. Just leave. Just take your Lexus, my man. Open up the window. Yo, you're in California too. You know, I saw a post today that said I'm about to get the word, I think the phrase they used was blasted. The coldest winter front right before Christmas. And I remember one time, it might have been 2022. It was Christmas Eve and it was 0 degrees. I said, holy shit, I can't even move. My car didn't start. My old car, it didn't start. So if I'm David B, I'm opening up the sunroof and I'm just driving, bro. That's it. You can't decompose, man. I'm saving all that money. I'm buying MicroStrategy. You know what? I'm feeling risky. I'm buying the 2x MicroStrategy. Mr. David B, I told you, you got to change your name to David Sailor. You got to put in your LinkedIn bio, Sailor. I sail the 7 seas of the crypto abyss. I'm putting 200,000 on MSTU in December of 2026, and I'm getting a 10x. That's it. I'm putting 200,000 on MSTU December of 2026. That's it. Just come back in December. What does Ben say? Wake me up when September ends. You know why I say that, Mr. David B? I'm giving you some elite ball knowledge here. He knows ball. Every bottom, Bitcoin does nothing for 1 to 3 months before the rally starts. I'm giving you guys elite ball knowledge here. You'll only find this in premium discords. The bottom was here. 65 days later, the rally of no return began. The bottom was here. 41 days later, the rally began of no return. We never came back to this price. Now, in 2019, we did come back, but a year later. But again, the big rally was here. In 2000 and whatever year this was, I actually had hair back here. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. This one was quick. It was actually 24 days. But even if you came back 2 months later, this one was 84 days. Now, make no mistake, this was no rally of no return, but you still rallied by 40%. So it looks like, again, 1 to 3 months prior bottom, you get the rally. This one, same concept. This one was 3 months. If you bought in 3 months prior, like 3 months after the bottom, you just went up. So if I'm David B, I'm enjoying the sun. I'm young, I'm handsome, I'm fit, and I'm rich. And I'm driving my Lexus down whatever highway is in Los Angeles, downtown LA. Yo, dude, if I'm David B, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm eating avocados. Or what do you guys eat? Guacamole. I'm wearing my little, aren't you Mexican? I'm wearing a sombrero. No. He canceled. And that's it. That's it. And I'm putting 200,000 on MSTU. And I'll be a millionaire in a year if I'm David B. Well, not a year from now, but a year from 2026. And I'm calling it. Bull Doge for 5 says, caught MSTR at 157. Am I safe? When should I add to my position? Bull Doge, I do believe at some point in the next 6 months, MSTR will be below $100. So if you're going to play for the long run, that's up to you. I'm going to share with you some ball knowledge because Vision knows ball. The Gaussian channel on the 3-day is red. The Gaussian channel on the 4-day has not turned red. If it turns red, I'll let you know. When the Gaussian channel on MicroStrategy turns red, you're about to go down 50%. So I would like to think that MicroStrategy will rally between now and February. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But Me personally, I'm not buying MicroStrategy at 150 unless I'm planning to trade it up to if I'm going to get out at 250. If that's what you're doing, that's a very nice trade. I agree with the trade. If the bottom falls out, you just cut it because you bought the exact bottom. So God bless. You got in at 157. The bottom was 157. The bottom was 160. You got in at 157. No, I'm just kidding. You caught the exact bottom. So good for you. You can just put your stop loss at 157. Like literally, you could put a stop limit order at whatever it is, 158 even, so you get out at profit. If they shake you out, they shake you out. Because in 20 whatever year this was, you spent 15 days. You actually spent like 30 days down here. So even though the relief rally from the bottom to the top was 70%, you really didn't even see it until the last second. So that's why that could be what we're doing now, where you don't even see it until the last second. Which is why I'm monitoring everything, because the 3-day Gaussian channel is red already, which is not good. That doesn't happen in a bull market. It turns green in a bull market. See here, green. Here was green. So actually, if the Gaussian channel turns green, it's time to buy, not financial advice. If it turns red, it's not time to sell. It's actually, you should have been out already. But that's the 3-day time frame. The 5-day time frame, if it turns red, you gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta take a shit. No, I'm just kidding. My New Year's resolution is to be more appropriate. Lately, I've been letting it fly because my life is, I like to think the spiral's behind me, I hope, but we'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe we could turn it around, but you get the idea. I just don't care right now. But if the 5-day turns red, it's time to go. Whatever the price is, doesn't matter. But the 5 days, but I appreciate the 5. Whoever is, what's your name? I want to try and remember your name without Doge. I wouldn't have remembered. But I appreciate the 5, man. I appreciate the 5. Tetra says, Vision don't know shit. Oh, he's new here. This is his second live stream. Welcome to the live stream, Tetra. I'm not going to ban you just because you have a good personality. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for waiting 20 minutes just to say that. Very, very helpful to the contribution tab of the stream. That would be known as an oxygen. He would be known as an oxygen abuser. He's just stealing oxygen from everyone else. I gotta come up with a name for that. An oxygen thief. I like that. Oxygen thief. Contributes nothing and just he's a CO2 he's a CO2 emitter. That's not funny. Bulldoge for 5 says, thank you, bruv. I appreciate the 5. Listen, I'm going to keep prefacing this. I'm not saying I know what's going to happen. I am only sharing with you what has happened historically. And then people come back at me and say, this didn't happen. That's all. But I mean, listen, you got in at 157. That's a nasty entry. That's nasty work. That's diabolical, nasty work. What's another word? Nasty work, diabolical, cold is another one. That's an ice cold entry, brother. You should be fine for the short term. But yeah. I appreciate the 5. DC for 2 says WLFI. I appreciate the 2. Another scam. Yeah, maybe it's the caffeine that's making me feel like I'm locked in, no cap, cooking diabolical, nasty work. I guess I could feel the caffeine. You do feel different. It's not something that I would like obsess over, but I can feel it. You're just locked in, cuh. But like, it's not. I hate that locked in. It's not something that I would like need. I need to feel like this. But you do feel more sharp. Yeah, this coin is bearish, man. You can see from the high to the low, from the east to the west, from the Snoop to the... Who's in the west? Snoop's in the west. Who's in the east? I don't know my rappers. I don't know my gangsters. My gangsters. Who's a west... Who's the east coast rapper? Nas? Yeah, Nas is building a casino. Shout out to Nas. Oh, I can't say that. I'm gonna get shot. No, I'm just it's not funny. Yeah, I would say from the high to the low, from the east to the west, from north to the south. This is below the 382 retracement, so it's bearish. It is above the 236 at 1513, so if you want to play that as being bullish, you could, but anytime it falls below 1513, it is considered bearish. And either way, it's macro bearish below 1886. So I would say below 1886, bear market. That's why there's a black hole here. At some point, you got to fill this wick. As long as you're below 1886, bearish. All right. If you can get over 1886, I would say bullish. I appreciate the two. Welcome to the end of the live stream. Yeah, this was an interesting stream. We had no viewers the whole time, and then we spiked up to 180. It's like once we hit 2 o'clock, the viewers show up. But I didn't say anything today anyway. I just had a life summary about my life, which is the same thing I said twice. I did a live review on my 2 favorite drinks, Prime, my double barrel. Can I point these at the camera, or is that a bannable offense? I'm not sponsored by Prime. Shout out to Logan Paul. Hapsy for 2 says react. I appreciate the 2. Should I start drinking Prime? Yeah. Yeah, this is trying to break over to 382. It's attempting to turn bullish again. That's good. That's a good sign. However, it's attempting to, but it's not. It's 7. Yo, you're in England? You're an Englishman, my man. Is it weird driving on the left side of the road? Yeah, maybe it's the caffeine. I feel more talkative right now. Like not talkative like that, but I just can't stop talking. Yeah, but I do that every time. Now I'm blaming the placebo. I'm a sheep. Hapsy for 2 says react. 76 is bearish. Oh, this coin is bearish. I'm sorry. From the high to the low, from the Snoop to the Nas. As long as it's below 77, it's bearish. See? From the high to the low, 77 is bearish. If you can get over 77, I would say to the moon. But below 77 is bearish. If it falls below 64, like Nintendo, it's really bearish. And if it breaks the low, then obviously it's going to 0 with T-Pain. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Bartone Cologne, Muto, Barton Lucas for the 7. I think that's 5. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. No words. Thank you for the 5, man. It helps out a lot. I appreciate that a lot, man. Thank you very much. Thanks, I will sell my bag. No, I'm not telling you to sell. I'm just saying below 77 is bearish. The 1 is back. He changed his profile picture. Bitcoin to 30 to 40K. Yeah, I think 40 to 50K is fair. Manu's a daily instrument, not a long hold stock. Manu, what is that? Yeah, so once we get to Manchester. Wait, Manchester, is this the soccer team? The football americano? Football. Oh no, it's football. It's not football americano. I need to work on my foreign languages. I only know 2 words. Ayúdame, ayúdame. Me duele mi estómago porque más food. How do you say food again? Más comida? Yeah. Tips for consistency as a YouTuber? Don't ever give up. Crypto for freedom. Are you a YouTuber? Oh yeah, he is. Oh, he's making Doge videos. Let's see what we got going on. I like the channel, man. Even though you're direct competition because you're making Doge videos, I should be rooting for you to fail, but I'm not gonna because there's enough pie. Well, now that we're bearish, there's not enough food to go around, but My honest crypto tips for a YouTuber for crypto is you got to ride the wave when it comes. Unfortunately, I was in position to ride it and it never came, but that's how it goes. But once you can develop consistency in a bear market, once the bull market comes, you'll be good. But let's see what you got. You better not say some bullshit because I'm putting it on desktop. So if I see something like, if I see a picture of you and a Confederate flag in the background. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what he's got. This guy's in the chat right now. Okay.
Welcome back to Crypto for Freedom.
You can't see him because my fat face is blocking him. Yo, he's got a nice head of hair. I like it. He's got nice glasses. I'm pretty sure we could hit full screen, yeah? You're cropped out. Look at this guy. Look at this guy landing on his neck, dude.
Where we talk about gaining financial freedom through the cryptocurrency markets.
All right, my first complaint, and this is not your problem, is you got to remember I'm cracked out right now, but
freedom through the cryptocurrency.
I feel like you're playing that typical YouTuber, you know?
Currency
like you got to talk to us like we're regular folk, yeah?
Markets.
But I'm just kidding, bro. You're doing fine.
If you guys like the content, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Look how happy he is.
All right, let's jump into the charts here. Dogecoin on the weekly chart looks like it's still trying to reclaim this 15-cent support level. If we take our horizontal line, we can paint that across, and we can see that Dogecoin has interacted with this 15-cent level many times, finding support on it, and then back testing, finding it as resistance, finding it as resistance here, finding it as resistance here, support here, resistance here, finally breaking out again.
Why is he laughing at me? What the fuck?
Resistance here.
Look, he's laughing. Yeah.
Finally breaking out.
Yeah, I'm losing all my viewers. You're scaring them away.
Again, and finally finding a support 3 more.
All right, so first off, there's too many arrows here. All right.
More times over here. Now, I do think that once
my second advice to you, the only thing I'm killing is the game. Yeah, see, I'm assuming you're joking, which is fine. I'm trying to give you genuine advice here, not financial. You need to go into your settings for your microphone and lower the exposure or lower the something, because I can hear it sounds like you have a fan on in the background.
Dogecoin drops through this,
which is not a big deal, but because I do think if you stick to this, you will blow up at some point. But just for future reference, you got to go into your microphone settings because like I could hear everything. Something is too loud.
This level, we could be seeing lower prices for Dogecoin. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video if you want to see my price prediction for Dogecoin going in.
All right, so there's another piece of advice, all right? What you're doing is what other YouTubers do, but your goal is to get attention. And when you say things like that, you don't and don't take this as an insult, but you don't have the audience to say shit like that. Like your number one goal right now is to just capture the audience. Because like you're saying like do this, do that. You got to say stuff to get them to stay. Okay? And the attention span right now, especially since it's bearish, is so small. They just want to see what's happening. You know?
Into next year. Let's take a look at the...
Because right now we're a minute in and I still don't know what's going on. So I would have clicked off by now.
200-week moving average. You can see that back in the last bear market, Dogecoin was using the 200-week moving average as support. Broke through it a little bit here, but mostly found it as support and then broke up into a bull run. And in the next bear market in 2022, it actually fell below it multiple times and rode below it for a while.
All right, so these moving averages, in my opinion, aren't the most useful because they keep going above and below, right? By the time we fall below this green moving average, we're already at the bottom.
Find it as resistance here and then broke out. Market cycle peak for 70 days before we saw a bottom, with bottom of the flagpole happening again here with a descending triangle back to the bottom. Back, you know, every single bear market, Dogecoin makes this parallel channel. Keeping it below. We actually fell average to come down to the bottom. You're going to end up having 650 days. So are we entering?
All right, so stuff like this I do think is good. I think if you stick to this kind of stuff, it's more helpful. But listen, I'm not telling you how to do your analysis. I'm just telling you, if I were a new viewer, genuinely, if I clicked on some guy and he just had 1,000 arrows, I would just click off. You know, and that's not me knocking you. I'm telling you as a consumer of your product, because this video is your product. So this is your first impression. And I'm not even a big YouTuber. I only have 160 viewers. But
make sure to stay.
There's too much going on here.
Stick around to the end of the video if you want to see my...
I think another piece of advice would be to drag your RSI indicator here and just pull it up so we can see it, because we can't really see it here. But I like the background. I think the video length could be a little shorter, but it's not horrible.
Price prediction for Dogecoin going into next year. Let's take a look and come back to the top. I doubt that, because I think the bull run's up.
I think stuff like this is pretty good. Honestly, this is good. I like this. Looks like you're measuring from the halving. The numbers help us gauge where we are. And the biggest thing to YouTube is this, my friend. And this is the truth, whether the lambs want to accept it or not. You just got to make it look like you know what you're doing. Okay? Even if you just put out a bunch of rubbish. If you make it look like you know what you're doing, you're going to be fine. So you're not saying which is good.
Bear flag.
Maybe you are, but I'm just skipping through it. But if you can make it look like you know what you're doing, that's what YouTube is. Because I can make 1,000 wrong predictions and they still put me on Robinhood. And that's not something to flex about. I'm literally poor. I have nothing in my life I can ever flex over. But I was on Robinhood, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. And I'm just winging it. So the number one key to YouTube is making it look like you know what you're talking about. And that I think you do a decent job of. It's just...
And broke out.
These two moving averages specifically, they're not the most useful. This blue one, for sure. The green one, maybe not. I would get rid of the green one.
Maybe we would end up...
Another piece of advice I would give you is to crop this shit out on the side. So you see how, like, my channel, everything is cropped out? You can't see any of the tools. Like yours, you can see it. You see on the side how you can see your fib tool and everything? If you crop that out, it's not the end of the world, but the screen is bigger, because you got to remember, most people are watching on their phone, so they can't see shit.
Up seeing the back test at the end of the flag. I think that the price could come a little bit lower in the short
there's just too much going on here.
Term.
You know? I don't even know what I'm looking at.
You know, take a look at our bull market range here. 1,030 days to break out, so fell right. It's saving up big.
Oh, we got a fucking vlog at the end.
Big chunks of money to put lump sums of money into the market.
But you know, you look good. Like, your appearance matters. Most YouTubers hide themselves, and there's a lot of handsome men in the crypto space. Remember that one time we saw that beautiful guy? I forget what his name was, but he was beautiful.
At lower price.
But you know, you don't look like a scumbag. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't. I don't know. But like, you look like a guy that could sell me insurance. I don't buy insurance, but
that's how you win in crypto. You have to have a long-term mindset.
There you go.
Beginning with the end in mind.
See how much cleaner this is? You don't have 1,000 squiggly lines. This is more presentable.
And having profit-taking charts and having delay gratification. If you don't have delay gratification, you're going to end up here. You know, could be possibly some price action.
But no, it looks good, man. Oh, you can't see your face because my camera's blocking it. But yeah, I'm assuming you're on a laptop because your camera's a little laggy. Doesn't mean anything though, right? It's not bad.
You guys.
The only reason I bring that up is because maybe you could put a border around your camera. But I mean, that's all useless.
Parallel channel.
See, again, this is nice. This is something that I used to do back in the day.
I'll drop another charts and having delay.
I think we might be spending too much time on this. But nah, my honest tips, not bad. Just do consistency even if you don't see growth, consistency is king because it builds the habit for when we turn bullish. Because if you look at Ben Cohen's chart, there's nobody here. So like we're literally fighting for scraps. But if you can build consistency for the bull market, then when the bull market comes, you'll get your share. But right now, I mean, listen, my channel has not grown at all. Like I made nothing. I've had 70,000 subs for like 8 months now. But the thumbnails look good. I'll give you a thumbs up. Thumbnails look good, for sure. Channel looks good overall. Can't complain. Joined June of 2023. Oh, so you were here during the bull market. Oh, look at this guy. Is this you?
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to the crypto.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I like this guy more. This guy seems more genuine.
For Freedom YouTube.
You got the little mop going on.
Channel. Could Dogecoin be getting ready to do the out almost 1100 days? So that's right around out.
Oh, you're using the microphone from your laptop. That's what it is. It's not bad. It's not bad.
139 days. Where were we?
Yo, get a 30. This microphone that I use is like $30. If you get a little microphone, just little things.
We've been looking at it. I'll look low. So could we be seeing Dogecoin come back down, make one more low? Run in 2017, we went down 85%.
Oh yeah, see, I have premium on TradingView, so you guys don't get ads.
Could we see a little bit more downside run? You know.
Nah, but overall not bad. The overlay of the channel looks good. I think you're gonna do well. You just got to keep doing it. So good luck. Even though you're my direct competition now, I must crush you like a cockroach. But you just got to stick with it. But the biggest thing is this, because I've been doing YouTube for 5 years now, almost. You just got to make it look like you know what you're talking about. The rest of it is garbage. Because now we know how many of our favorite YouTubers were posting rubbish all cycle. We're not going to use names, but how many big YouTubers have been posting rubbish? That's why I don't mind talking rubbish. But you have to openly acknowledge that some of it's rubbish. This way you can't feel like, you know, you don't get crucified. But yeah, overall, not bad. The guy version looks better. He looks like he wears New Balance and can repair my computer in 5 minutes. Oh yeah, you got a green screen too. But not bad, man. I think as you grow, which you don't have to do it now, but once you get a better computer, it'll be more fluid. Like I can tell your laptop is like struggling, but you're just starting out, so it's not a big deal. And it's watchable. It doesn't have to be perfect. I already had a computer when I first started. That's why I was able to do it, but yeah, I think if you can scrap together like $100, you could get a new microphone. It'll be a big difference. Because it sounds like you're using the microphone from the computer. Even my microphone sounds like shit sometimes, but I know it's good. It's just I'm talking too loud. Like if I move it away from my mouth, it sounds so much better. I'm just used to having it in my face like this. Like hello, hello, hello. It's too loud. But I have specific settings because my air conditioner comes on and you can hear it. But not bad, man. I'm spending way too much time fucking spending on this. I don't even know why I'm spending so much time on it, but can someone send a super chat to make this stop? David B never wants to be the guy that makes the change. He's always the guy that wants to change. I'm depressed watching this. Does someone know what Vision took? Yeah, I did a live review on Prime Energy. Double shot. Should have Stone Cold Steve Austin that bitch. Nah, but it's just a placebo, man. I talk the same every day. Oh, wow, it's 3 o'clock already. We are crashing because you don't have a Christmas tree. You know, I keep telling myself to put it up, and I never put it up. I have it in the other room. It sits there all year. I have all the equipment now, mic and MacBook. I also stream. Yeah, then maybe your settings are too loud because the microphone sounded like you were talking through a camera. Where he was too defensive. Who was? Me or the guy? Crypto Banter was saying all last week it's a bear market. Yeah, I don't watch any of those guys, man. It's not that I think like I've been here for long enough now, honestly. And it's not that I don't crave information. I just know those people only push bullish narratives because it's profitable. And all the bearish people are saying the same thing. Like what information, if you could give me like Ben Cohen gives a lot of information. I watch Ben Cohen every now and then. Blockchain Backer is good. I just the commercial people I stay away from. That's a good way to word it. The commercial YouTubers I stay away from. But my batch of YouTubers that I search on are Blockchain Backer and Ben Cohen. And I like Steve from university, but Steve was a A tier, he's like B tier now. Cause I think he's starting to get a little nervous because he was saying we're bullish and now I think he's starting to see that it's fucked. Steve's a nice guy though. I just wish Steve would use his indicators that he always used to use, and he'll see that it's fucked, I think. But for me, this 3-day cross is something that we need to watch because these are not that far away. So if we're gonna rally, we gotta rally now. Because every time these cross, it's literally lights out. The Undertaker knocks on the door, and the trap door opens from Minecraft. Not the trap door, the Minecraft block falls out from underneath, and you just go straight down. So if we're in a bull market right now, we got to get over these moving average. We got to get over this white moving average, because these are projected to cross. Doesn't it look like January? I mean, at this rate, it's going to be in December. No, it's January. So we got to start moving, man. Yeah, we got to be bullish in January. If we are still in the same price by the end of December, that's not good. Yo, Crypto for Freedom for 20. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I appreciate that a lot. It helps out a lot, man. I appreciate the 20. Good luck on your crypto journey, man. And don't be afraid to experiment with other coins, too. Like, I know you're doing Doge, so you're stealing all my viewers, but... No, I'm just kidding. You're at the size... Oh, this is another piece of it, not financial advice. You're at the size where you could throw shit at the wall. That's what I did. That's why I have so many subscribers, but not a lot of viewers. Because I used to cover every coin. So people are subscribed to me that don't even watch anymore. Because now I only cover Doge and Bitcoin. But I mean, you could do Doge too. But my really only, I guess, tips I would give you is consistency, and you got to make it look like you know what you're talking about. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but you have to let the viewer decide that. And that's really it. AKA grifting. You got to be a grifter. But I appreciate the 20. Thank you very much. I make Bitcoin videos disguised as Dogecoin videos. That's what I do too. But I appreciate the 20. I have some difficulties with the lengthening cycles theory. Nah, Ben Cohen says it's a bear market. But here's the thing, man. Oh, I could feel it starting to wear off. It's wearing off already. Yeah, it's almost like your brain, I can feel it wearing off now. Yeah, it's weird. It's like your brain has a helmet over it. Now I feel more relaxed. That's odd. I think it just wore off. So what does it last? An hour? That sucks. A can is 1 hour. I drank 2 cans though. That's only $1. What do you want? I guess that's why they take Adderall. Hide user on this channel. Margaret, thanks for stopping by. How are the bots getting in, man? Almost 2 Big Macs. Yeah, I actually made a Taco Bell video today. Starting in the new year, we're going to move on to maybe McDonald's and Wendy's and Burger King and whatever else we got. But I appreciate the 20, big boy. We bounced off the super trend line and old Monday low. When is the last time you live stream walking outside? Those days are over, man. That was young vision. Now I'm old. The days of live streaming outside are long gone, unfortunately. Where's the food vlog? That's a great time to talk about our sponsor. Today's sponsor is Big T Food Reviews. Ever wonder what you want to eat at Taco Bell but can't make up your mind? Big T Food Reviews, link is in the chat. Tried most of the menus from Taco Bell to let you decide what you should buy without spending all your hard-earned money on a waste of money food. We have tacos, burritos, breakfast, lunch, prime. I've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 items from Taco Bell. It's almost the whole menu. And I made a video today narrowing it down to the best items. Stay tuned. That'll be the last video of December. Is Crypto Meow in the chat? I got good news. The next video is the Crunch Wrap. Should come out on Wednesday. What's today? Thursday? Maybe it comes out on Monday. I don't know. December 9th. It's 5 days from now. There's a lot of bots in here today. What's going on? Do I have a discount code for Taco Bell? No, I do not. Want to get fat? Want to get fat? Subscribe to my food channel. But I appreciate the 20. I think people would be more interested in local spots. Why would I go to local spots so no one else can try them? No, the Taco Bell was doing really well. It's just ever since we turned bearish, the video views are going down. We were doing 200 to 300, see? I guess people are losing interest. Oh, this video is doing okay. I just posted it. So make sure you guys check out this video. You're gonna like it. You might like it. But I think we're gonna move on to McDonald's now. I'm scared to see the prices at McDonald's, man. They're gonna be charging me. I heard a triple cheeseburger is not bad. It's only 500 calories. Yo, why are we going down so hard? What the hell? I guess we're not. Oh wait, I gotta put these back on. Yeah, I'm having a crash now. Demon with hat says before the cut rate we go up. I appreciate the 2 with dog with hat. Yeah, dog with hat. Oh, dog with hat is still bearish, man. You can see from the high to the low, from the east to the west. What I say before, from the Snoop to the Nas. Who got shot? Pac? X-Pac? It's still bearish below 59 cents. So as long as they're below 59, it's bearish. As long as it's below 88, it's bearish. If Bitcoin bounces to 100K, WIF could go to 88. It should go to 60. If it falls below both or fails to break below both, it's still bearish. If you get over 88 cents, I'd say to the moon. If WIF is below 88 in March, it's probably going down to fill the wick at 7 to 10 cents. I appreciate the 2. Crypto for free again, says 20. I appreciate that. We're getting a lot of super chats. Are you going to be the next handsome young man to step up to the plate and take care of my kids? My man. That's awesome. I appreciate the 20. Might as well share the love. I appreciate that. I really do. It helps a lot. It really does. Especially in times of despair like now. Feed the children from Africa. I need to feed myself first. I appreciate the 20. There's trillionaires and they want me to donate to Africa. That's how it is. If that guy sold 10% of his Tesla stock, he could feed the world. But I got to give my money to the church. I'm just kidding. I appreciate the 20, man. It helps out a lot. It really does. Can't believe I haven't gotten fries from Taco Bell. Yeah, the problem is, Crisscross, I'm still trying to lose weight. I was going to get the nacho fries, but the calories are just not there. There are a lot of calories. And for me, I need to eat something till I'm full. But I'll go back to Taco Bell. I'm just going to branch out to something else. But I appreciate the 20. Helps out a lot. Brand new for 5 says update on Farcoin. I want to sell that soon. I appreciate the 5, man. You guys are doing well with the super chats today. I must say, the super chats have been feeding the family. Do I have kids? The old version of me would say yes, but I want to not play a character in the new year, so I'm going to say I might have kids. No, I might not have kids. Let's just say I take care of myself. If I did have kids, they're an afterthought. No, I'm just kidding. The only belly I put food in is mine. We'll say that. But I appreciate the super chats. Yeah, so Fartcoin broke the 236 retracement. That's a big step. Okay, that means you got a FOMO win. Now the real test coming up is the 382 retracement at 42. If Fartcoin ends up getting rejected at 42, it's still bearish. If you can get over 42, the bulls will run wild and Fartcoin will rally all the way back to 72, which is almost a 3x off the low. So that's what we were talking about. Remember we said a couple weeks ago, the moon boys in the chat are going to eat, the gamblers? You're going to get a 3x almost off the low. That's big. That's better than the bull market, basically. But if you get rejected at 42, it's bearish. So if you want to just take the safe trade, I would say selling at 42 is probably the safe trade. If you want to be a risky man, you can hold it to 72. And if it's a super cycle because of QE and rate cuts, then Fartcoin can go back to $3. There's no reason why Fartcoin can't go back up because it went back up last time. But if it is going to do that, it's got to get through 43. So the safe trade is selling at 43. The risky trade is selling at 72. Both of them are in play. I think if you break 42, 72 is in play. 42 is resistance. Once you break below 30, it's bearish. Appreciate the 5, man. Helps out a lot. I appreciate the 5. We got a lot of super chats today. I love it, man. My YouTube channel is doing less views, but more revenue than in the bull market. Oh, I got 2 more subscribers. Nice. Make sure you guys check out the video I posted today. All right, watch the whole video, 5 minutes. If 100 people watch, that's 500 minutes. How many hours is that? 9? Are you ready? Oh, from the guy. Are you ready? Yeah, Fartcoin's about to go vertical, man. It does look bullish. Congratulations. Fartcoin's about to start flying all over the place, man. I was gonna try Dollar Tree ice cream, but it's just 500 calories. It's too much. Link it. It's in the chat. Food channel is in the chat. 561 subs. Yeah, Fartcoin's going vertical, man. Holy fucking shit. It does have a really nice chart, too. Really nice chart. You know what else is a good one? SPX 6900. SPX has the same chart. So if I'm gambling on Fartcoin and SPX. But I don't really want to gamble anymore because I've lost too much money gambling. Dollar Tree ice cream isn't bad. Yeah, Dollar Tree is legit. I went today. They sold... Yo, where'd all my viewers go? What the hell? You guys are kidding me, man. I guess it's the end anyway. But yeah, we don't even have... look at all the viewers we're losing, man. Holy shit. Trying to get to 70k subs. Yeah, as long as you stay consistent, you'll get it, man. You're using a formula that never fails. That's a really good, especially for a bull market. And the thing is, like Ben Cohen shared, there's nobody here. So when we get a real bull market next time, that's when your channel's going to explode. Like my channel should explode if Doge goes up. Unfortunately, I took the bet that Doge would explode, and the premise was correct. Because there was 3,000 people in here. Unfortunately, Dogecoin never went up, so I didn't get the meat. So if we get a bull run next time, then I'll ride the wave. But I've already made peace with my dream. It's not happening. The 100k plaque, the Corvette, the 3 Paraguayas, it's not happening. So now I gotta make a new dream. Why would you buy SPX at 500 million when you could buy something like Lock In? Because I'm not gambling anymore. Tomorrow's price. Sell the new pump. 56% is holding for new all-time high. Where did all my viewers go? They just left. But I guess we'll leave it there for today. What if we're bullish all of 2026? We might be, man. We might be. The case is there. You got the stock RSI, Russell's at the high. Let's send it. I can't believe it's been a year. It's gone so fast. This was the fastest year of my life, which I'm happy because this year was terrible. But I mean, listen, if it's a bear market, we're already 3 months in, October, November, December. So I fucking wish my top was right and the top was in January of last year. That would have been so much better. But what are you gonna do, man? 100k plaque food channel? That's never gonna happen. The success of my food channel is directly predicated on my success of the crypto channel, which is a good and a bad thing. When the bull run comes, my food channel will grow. That's why I need you guys to watch every video twice, but nobody's watching, so you're letting me down. Like that song, don't let me down, don't let me down. Happy Goyam's gambling tonight, down 900, pray for me. Just put it all on Chelsea, 15k, just do it. No, don't do it, not gambling advice. What if we are invaded by aliens? Who gives a shit, man? Not talking about the kind. The guy got banned. Banned. I watch all the time. I appreciate that. I don't know if that's true though, because your last comment was sus. Chelsea lost yesterday, 3-1. Yeah, so you got to bet on them again today. They're not going to lose twice in a row. That's why I don't go all in. I'll be your 1000th sub. Now you got a sub now. Real Madrid is what should have done. Should have won my money in 30 minutes. Just put 6K on Madrid and 6K on Barcelona and you'll get your money back. Not gambling advice. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Football? Football? Football americano. Am I still live? Yeah, but the stream's over. You realize you give like 20 different ratings? Yeah, but it's okay, man. You said that it was the highest rating, but it wasn't, which means you don't watch all my videos, so you can't be the #1 fan by default. The highest rating I've ever given is a 7.5. That's like Chris. Chris was like, oh, I love watching, and then he asked me if I made a video on one of the items. That was on the screen. That's a good one. But great. Oh, what's my background today? Does anybody know where this is? I get a new background every day from Brave browser. See, this looks like a nice place to vacation, but the houses are right on top of each other. And this shit's probably a disaster when it floods. I don't know where this is. But that'll do it for today. So, great stream today. The channel revenue is great. I hear that if Crunchwrap being at least a 7, it's over. Alright. It was nice knowing you. Coin dropped as soon as it looks good. Yeah, but it's you, so it probably dropped on the 1-minute candle by like not even 0.5%. That's popular now in the SpongeBob Burger King meal. There's a SpongeBob Burger King. Go to McDonald's for the Grinch meal. Yo, see, I don't have the money and I'm trying to lose weight, man. Like I wanted to try the Taco Bell box, but it's 2,000 calories for not a lot of food. So I can't really go out and beyond. I need to get down to like 175 before I can start doing that. The one for 5 says Michael Jackson is in Mexico. I appreciate it too, man. That's awesome. Shout out to Michael Jackson. I appreciate it too, man. United's playing right now, but they're garbage. Just put 2,000 on them. If they win, you get all your money back. Not gambling advice. They're selling pretty patties. Who is? Burger King? You guys tell me to watch. You guys tell me to do all these things, and you don't even watch the Taco Bell reviews. Good evening, everyone. Am I coming to Cleveland, Ohio? Probably not. Maybe if I get my life together, I'd like to travel in 2027. I'd like to do a road trip to every... Well, a road trip wouldn't be to every state, but I would like to take a road trip. Yo, I want to say, chat. Nah, I don't like talking about my car, but man, now that it's below 30 degrees, the car turns on all-wheel drive, and I can punch it from the get. Go on, boy, get. And it actually does make me laugh still. So if Crypto Meowasis is in the chat, you get the Mustang, man. Got to get the Mustang. I even let it I turned into a hood hitter today. Yeah. Yeah, hitter. That's what I say. Yeah, hitter. But I got the pass. What up, my hitter? Yeah. I need a car. If I could get to 20K on a relief rally, I might buy a car. Yo, how old are you? 22? The cars are getting cheap though, man. We're really gonna talk about cars in a bear market. Every time we talk about cars, we go down. I don't think there's like Crypto Meowsis talking about the Mustang marked top for Ethereum. Wait, did it actually? Let me see. We were talking about the he, uh, yeah, he was talking about the Mustang in July. Oh no, the top was in August. Okay. So we started posting about the Mustang here. 721. Well, it was the top of this correction here. So now the Chinese or whatever, where does the guy live? In the UK? The UK guy's talking about cars. Maybe me getting that car will be the mark of the crash in hindsight. What car? The car you bought for your mom? Nah, the market forgives genuine gifts. You have a license but no car. You're 22, right? I mean, if you don't have a car, you should just spend like 3K on a Honda Civic. Now I want a Crunchwrap Supreme. Don't let the chat don't let the chat persuade you, man. It's not what it sounds like. You're better off just getting a soft taco. Come to the plains. I have a house you can stay in. You got a spare house for me and my kids? That's legit. You're gonna tie me up in your barn and beat me up for all the money you gave me. The Civic is an awesome car. Yeah, the Honda Civic, the Toyota Camry. You can get a soft seat for the bathroom. No, I'm just kidding. One of the little cushion seats for when you go pee. Even for a Civic, insurance will be 5 grand a year. Nah, I gotta give a shout out to Crypto Malices for shilling the insurance. My insurance got cut in half. And then I lost all my money on shitcoins, so it doesn't really matter. But my wife ended up buying her dream Mercedes car, and I decided to keep the '08 Corolla. Nah, I'm telling you, Meow, you got to get a 2009 Challenger. Yeah. Does that even exist? Or maybe you can get a Camaro, but those are too expensive. Dude, you got to get a Challenger, bro. A 2010 Challenger. Dude, that shit would be legit, man. I'm telling you. It'll probably cost you like 12K. Well, you live in rich people land, so it's probably 15, 20K, but you can get the cars are getting cheap because they're so old. I mean, 2010 was 16 years ago. Holy shit. You know what I was thinking about today? I was listening to an old song from the 90s, and that's probably how the young people look at now. Oh no, I was listening to Sia, Chandelier. That song came out in like 2010, 2013. That's that's old now. I want to swing from the chandelier. I remember when that song came out, it was so good. So now the youngins probably think like, what is this rubbish? This song is so old. I want to swing from the chandelier. From the chandelier. I I see couples selling around for 9K. Yeah, you don't want to get a Challenger that's not an RT, man. Stay away. I'm telling you, Meow, you got to consider it, especially since you're rich. Get a Challenger for 12K. You could take Amanda for on date night. You can let her hair blow around in the wind. Florida has the highest car insurance rates in the USA. Yeah, I'm gonna say it right now. Florida's overrated, man. It's too hot. My uncle lives in Florida. I said, "Did you get hit by a hurricane?" He said, "Yes." He said, "It's 80 degrees there right now." I said, "That must be nice." But they all say you can't go outside in summertime. So California is better than Florida because at least in California it's not swampy. The best place to live is probably California, honestly. Imagine the Cuban honeys. Yeah, but you know what? Now that like I think about it, that is like how do I say this? Like now that I'm like monitoring who I'm actually talking to, they're all foreign. I guess they like the bald head or they want some type of citizenship, but yo, I'm not gonna complain, man. They're some of the most beautiful girls in the world. Like not necessarily Cuba, but I love the accents, man. They all say Antony. They don't for some reason they can't pronounce the H. It's Antony. And one of the girls was from not Russia. Oh wait, I can't. Sorry. Fucking got me, bro. I Nah, I can't. I can't say that. Fucking. There's only 130 people on here. We're good. It was a country between Russia. I can't remember the name. There's a country between Russia and Georgia. Osatia, that's what it was. And she was like, we would call you Anton in Russia. Anton. But yeah, none of them can say Anthony. It's Antony. Anthony. But I like that. Anthony. I'm gonna cry now. All right, next. I can't. This is why I can't say shit, because I'm getting myself in trouble. Even though there's nobody here, you never know. Kazakhstan. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. There's no one here. Fuck. All right, we're done. You're done. Did you ever see the video of the girl in Tourette's? You're done. You're done. No, I shouldn't do that. She's famous though, but I'm not laughing at her. I'm just that's what she says. You're done. You're done. I'm gonna start saying that. You're done. They have beautiful empanadas. I mean, the reality is the foreign girls are really nice because they're not Americanized. You know? Like, not that there's anything wrong with American girls, but it's just a different culture. Like, there's no one in here. But for the first time, because whenever I usually FaceTime, I don't wear a shirt, because I never wear a shirt when I go to bed. But the girl was like, "Why you not have a shirt on?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." She's like, "Yeah, I come from not conservative, but I forget the word she used." So I was like, "I'm sorry, I'll put a shirt on." And I said, "This is the first time I ever wore a shirt in FaceTime." Because I don't wear a shirt when I go to bed. But the American girls are like, "Why are you wearing pants?" You know? You better have money or they will leave you for someone who does. That's not true, man. I'm telling you. You guys, all the youngins in the chat thinking, like, having money helps, but if a girl really likes you, she's not gonna care. Think about it. How many times you see these gorgeous girls and the guys driving a fucking Honda Civic with no bumper? Because they don't care, man. The girls on Instagram care. That have 10,000 followers, but you don't have a shot anyway, so who gives a shit? If the girl has more than 1,000 followers, you're done. You're done. You got no chance, brother. Next. Bethany would have loved for you to... Bethany would have loved you for you. You messed up. Could have been coming to Disney World with us in 3 weeks. Bethany sounds nice, but Bethany might not have been my type because she met a guy and now she's getting married 3 months later. So, you know, I'm not saying it can't work, but after 28, a woman won't be like a guy with no money. Yo, we gotta stop the women slander, boys. Okay? Women are the most important thing in your life. Think about the most important person in your life. Okay? If it's not your daughter or your wife, it's probably your mother. I'm gonna go out and say mothers are more important than fathers most of the time. And you'll experience that when they pass away. Now, it's different for everyone. Some people had best relationship with their fathers and never loved their mothers. It's different for everyone. But women are extremely important in a man's life, okay? We gotta stop the women slander. Shout out to the 2 ladies in the chat. You know? If you have a nice woman in your life, it's the best thing, man. Because like for me, you guys are all I have right now. So it's like if I feel down or I feel sad, I gotta come talk to the chat. You know? But if you have a soft woman in your life, she'll say everything's okay. And it is. But when you're by yourself, it's like fucking hey, Jared. I gotta go talk to the dudes in the chat. Where are the dudes in the chat? Look at this dude. My wife turned me into the man I am today. $50 for 15 minutes. Yeah, but you're 22, bro. You're still young. You'll see, man. Once you get to a certain age, and I don't know, man. I'm not a fucking expert. If I were an expert, I'd have a family. So don't take advice from a bald fat guy with no kids. All right? No one in this chat has a girl. Nah, most of my viewers are married with kids, brother. The way that you're typing, you're probably in your low 20s. Most of my viewers are 40 and have family. The good thing is we can make it and still have a chance at 40. We don't have that biological expiration clock. Yeah, that's where having money would help if you're 40 and the girl's 25. But I don't want to think about being 40 right now. I'm worried about tomorrow. I feel like we bonded a lot this year. Like, I'll admit, this has been the worst year, and I feel like a lot of people in the chat bonded more than ever, you know? Because I think now we're starting to get more mature and we see how life could be beautiful, but also really brutal. Like, the emotions that I felt this year, I never thought I would feel. And I'm sure a lot of you went through the same thing, where it's just like, dude, life can be really, really, really dark. And it's really bad. And it just feels like it can never just stop getting worse. Like that's how life is sometimes. It just doesn't stop. But I also know that it does at some point. And I just think about how beautiful life can be. Because I think if it could be really dark, then there has to be an opposite somewhere. And that's why 2024 will always be a special place in my heart, have a special place in my heart, because it showed me there is a way out. There is a life out there. It's out there. I came so close, but unfortunately I got knocked all the way back down to the bottom. But 2024 was the first time I actually said, yo, there's a life out there, man. It's possible. You just got to gather all your eggs again and start over. But life could be very dark. Some people can't catch a break, you know? It's true. I've caught in many breaks, I just never realized them till it was too late. But yeah, I feel like we bonded more this year. This was a rough year for a lot of people. I mean, our friend just had a heart attack. That sucks. My cat is like my kid. Yeah, that's why I'm not getting a cat. Because at some point I'm gonna have to put it down. So I'd rather just not bother. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not allowed to have a cat here. Said no cats allowed. Motherfucker. What are they gonna do? Come check? Oh, there's a fucking litter box. Nah, as if I can't do it. I used to be a dog guy until I met my girlfriend and she had cats. Yeah, I like cats too. I have hearing damage, so dogs that bark, it just drives me up a wall. I've been watching since February. You're the best channel for crypto because you're real, not trying to sell some pipe dream. I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I appreciate the words, but I've had my share of grifting, brother. I just acknowledge that I have to start all over from life. And I think the difference between my channel and many others, and I say this all the time, is most of the people on YouTube already made it. They did. I never made it. And I've been here for so long. But maybe making it is the journey. Nah, that's some bullshit that poor people say. But I never made it, so it's like I just can't seem every time I think I got it, they change it on me. But it's like I had it, I just fucking whiffed like with a hat. So my channel now is like the journey of Wojak to becoming a man. And I can, now that I've been on YouTube for 5 years, like I can feel my life has changed. But the reason why my channel may be different is because we're all trying to make a life for ourselves, whereas other YouTubers already made it, so they could say whatever they want. Which is why I lost a lot of money, because I got to that point too, where I could start talking shit, I'm never wrong, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm back to being humble because I'm poor again. So the way that it has to be is you just have to stay humble the whole time. But I'm not totally like gonna kill myself, metaphorically speaking, because it's not like I just sat through the whole bull run and never made any money at any point. You know, like some people just sat through the whole bull run and they never made any money, which technically I didn't either because I lost it, but I had it, I just didn't know it was the end. So now I know for next time, like this is, you know how to make money, you just can't keep it. So the next time it comes, if I ever get the chance to make the money again, just take it out. Because I had this big dream of by the certain date, which again is why it breaks my heart. The timer that I had was my age of last year. So now there's no timer, right? Like I don't say, well, by the time I'm this age, I need to have this, and this. The time already passed. So now I feel no pressure to put a timer on it because the time already expired. So if it takes me 5 years, like there's no timer now. Unfortunately, I did waste the time, but is it a waste if I learned something? Well, I feel like I could have used my time better. So I still feel like I wasted the time, but if I'm able to apply the knowledge and get the money next time, and then I know to keep it, then what are you gonna do? You can't go back in time. So it sucks. I always learn everything the hard way and not the first time, but that's how I live my life. I always have to fucking go through the worst case scenario. Most people are like that. Which is why I'm telling that guy that has Jasmy, don't lose all your money, please. Like, I think if I'm the Jasmy guy, I'm getting out if it pops up to 1. Taking the 100K and I'm sitting for the bottom. I did the same thing. Nobody saw 10-10 coming. We had Millionaire Dream. No, a lot of people saw 10-10 coming. It's just I didn't think we would have another market top with no old season, but we did. That's why so many people are still not selling because they don't think it's over because there was no old season, but that's what happened in 2021. We were sitting at the end and we're like, dude, how could it be over if some coins never made a new high? And now we just crashed. And now it's the same thing. How can we have a bull run with no all-time high? But we did. All the major coins made new all-time highs. Every single one, except for Doge. Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, XRP, Tron, they all made new highs. And now you have every single bear market indicator that has ever flashed ever going off right now. And yes, the S&P is near the high, and so is the Russell, but we're still not going up, which is bearish. We should get a relief rally, but it's taking forever. H-bar Sonic. Yeah, but I mean, those coins are rubbish. And I hate to do this because it's a scam, but I don't know if H-bar did make a new high. You know? This is why crypto's a fucking scam, man. Because H-bar did make a new high. They just added so many coins, you can't see it. That's the problem with crypto. It's a bunch of scams. It sucks. Yeah, H-bar did a 15x from the bottom. It's just they added so many coins, you can't tell. I wonder if that's what happened with OXT. No, you can't even look at the market cap. Oh, here it is. It just never went up. But that's what happened with Solana too. They added so many new coins that the market cap made a new all-time high by a lot. The market cap went up by 90%. But if you look at Solana, it didn't even go anywhere. We got scammed. That's the wrong coin. Nah, Crypto Meowisis, you're still young. Once you've been in the crypto game for 25 years like I have, you'll know that this is H-bar's market cap. H-bar's market cap made a new all-time high. So before you start accusing me of showing you the wrong coin, next time, sit down, shut your fat mouth, know your role, and enjoy the ride the rock's about to take you on. What if the relief rally doesn't come until 60K? It's possible, but you'd break market structure. AVAX didn't do a damn thing. Yeah, what did the market cap do? Oh my God, what the hell? Oh my, dude. Yo, AVAX is done, man. How did we not see this? I mean, it's too late now. We already knew the top was in March, but this is why AVAX is sucking. They're just adding so many coins. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, chat, let's not get all depressed because the real bull run is when Bitcoin goes back to the all-time high. They're adding coins on Avalanche. That's why it didn't go up as much. Look, you can see this top is nowhere near there, but they're adding too many coins. That's probably what all the coins... That's why the old coins like Litecoin are so good, because they're not doing that shit. But yeah, crypto sucks, man. It's a heartbreaking story, but maybe the story's not over. Or maybe this story is and we can write another one. I hope we get a huge dump before the relief rally. We're getting the relief rally now, young man. What are you talking about? They're farming us. I know they're farming everyone. Crypto's just a big farm now, and Brian Armstrong is the farmer. I got out at 92.4, and now we're gonna go back over your entry. That's why I'm telling you it's called getting chopped up. This type of market area is for the professionals only. So that's why I'm not doing anything, because I'm not a professional. But unless you're, like, the problem is we think we're traders and we're not. We're just hodlers. So we think we could just trade our way back, but this is where we are. That's why I call it the peanut gallery, because you just get chopped up. How do you open up a peanut? You got to crush all the shell outside to get to the nut. That's what this is. Everyone's going to get crunched like a little cockroach. And then when it's ready to make its move, you'll make your move. But people like us get chopped up. So you just sit and do nothing. Doge's inflation is crazy too. Yeah, but it's not that bad. Like the market cap is... It still didn't make a new all-time high. We're podcasters? Pretty much. ETH's market cap actually should have shrunk. Yeah, ETH's market cap did make a new all-time high. Still barely, though. Oh, shit. What about Bitcoin's market cap? Yeah, look, that's where the bottom was last time, like pretty much right near the previous... Oh, no, the regular market cap. I mean, the regular one was too. Yeah, how's Bitcoin's market cap? 750%. What did we get? Ah, we only got 700%. Alright, looks like we're gonna get the relief rally anyway. We're back. We're bullish again, chat. Everybody pile in. Doge's inflation, I think, is lower than our current dollar inflation. We should get the relief rally. What is a peanut indicator? It's not an indicator, it's just a picture. But it's used to chop people up. But alright, chat. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there for today. I just X'd out the window for the challenger. So if I'm Meowisis, I'm getting a challenger. You could probably get one now. Oh no, there is no winter in California. You gotta get a challenger RT for like 10K. and just beat the shit out of it. All right, chat. We'll be ready. We'll be back tomorrow. As always, none of this is financial advice. I do appreciate the support. We'll be back tomorrow for another scam rally. Looks like the relief rally will continue. When you guys end the video, can you go check out the food review I just posted today? The link is in the chat. Amanda didn't like it. She said it's a Cowboys car. Yeah, that's how you know Amanda's white. She called the Challenger a Cowboys car. Where I'm from, they call it the YN car. The Charger, the Challenger, and what I have is considered a YN car. So Amanda is calling it a cowboy car. She lives in Hollywood. Alright, chat. As always, none of this is financial advice. I appreciate the support. We'll be back tomorrow with another Hopium stream. Prepare for the biggest rally of your lifetime. Thank you all for the support, the super chats. And we'll be back tomorrow. Enjoy your day. And as always, as Lord Cohen would say, bye.